Hello. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, no worries.
How are you?
There were technical issues.
Um uh couldn't get to sleep last night, so I woke up a bit late. I hit the snooze one too many times, and then as I was getting my shit ready, I saw that Damo had sent me my Spider-Verse quickie. I was like, ah shit, well, I should look at that real quick, because if I don't do that right away, then it's like, if it's then it takes longer to monetize. So if I start that process now, then it's hello everybody. Who has the insane amount of white noise in the background?
Oh, sorry, it's raining. Well, 1 moment.
Okay, you can always just you can like mute yourself and then push to talk.
Yeah. No. For me, I don't know why, but no matter how much sleep I get the night prior, I always wake up at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And just can't go back to sleep. So wondering if
well, it's not bad to have that kind of consistency, actually.
No, probably just need to get to bed earlier, so
Yeah.
I can expect that.
All right, so I posted to the wall. I'm just going to send out a message too.
I watched both versions of Old Boy to prepare
no.
for the YMS. I actually really liked the first one.
Yeah.
And the Spike Lee version was painful. I hated every fucking second of it.
Yeah.
I didn't even bother with the remake.
Yeah, it was...
I just watched the original trilogy, and that's it.
Yeah. It's not really... I mean, it's kind of a trilogy. Like, completely different stories, right? So.
Yeah.
When Josh Brolin walks up to that table of souvenirs and the lady was wearing angel wings, I cringed. I actually cringed.
Hey, remember the other movie? This won't be as good.
Oh, the
Old Boy?
Hindi one?
Oh, yeah, that one was funny. That one nobody knows exists, so.
Wait, you actually saw that?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty sure my whole review is going to go by without finding an appropriate place to mention it, so I might just review it as its own video, but it's not going to be like a full YMS. It's going to be like a short thing.
It's going to be a short Adam and Pals.
It's a what?
It's going to be a short Adam and Pals.
Oh, nah, I don't think it's going to be an Adam and Pals. Because then it would... Yeah, I mean, I'll just make like a quickie on it and show some clips.
That's fair.
Well, at least there are certain movies that Ralph and Alex took care of, so you don't have to deal with them.
Like what?
I don't know, like God's Not Dead.
Oh,
as a Christian, I find that shit trite. Trite. Yeah. So
I heard things about that.
The Bye Bye Man.
Yeah. There are a bunch of movies that I'm just like, Ralph can do it.
Oh,
don't say it. Don't think it.
Yeah. The Bye Bye Man and Truth or Dare were kind of similar veined.
Yeah. Nah, it's a Truth or Dare, though. I think that one had your name written all over it for a review, so...
Yeah.
Happy Death Day worth watching?
Some would say so. I would not. Honestly.
I assume you're going to see the sequel, aren't you?
Speaking of Happy Death Day, what are your thoughts on the trailer for Happy Death Day 2, if you've seen it?
I saw the trailer. I'm trying to remember anything about it. I think somebody's got some white noise in there. First of all,
I hear it too.
Yeah, it's kind of distracting. It sounds like a television.
Kind of sounds like somebody's vacuuming in the background
or something.
Yeah.
All right, it stopped. Oh, nope, there. Now it stopped. Okay, thank you. I was just gonna say, I remember watching the trailer and thinking, why are you trying to do the same thing again and not just like... I don't even remember the trailer. I had an issue with it. Let's fucking look at this shit right now.
Yeah.
We're talking about like a second Truth or Dare.
No, it's Happy Death Day to You.
Oh, and since it's here. Happy holidays, everybody.
Great title.
Yeah.
Are they gonna call?
Yeah, so she's
Blumhouse's
doing the
Happy
same
Death Day
day
to You?
again. That's what I'm having an issue with. Is like, it's literally the same loop. Like, why not? You could have had a different character. You could have had it later in her life or something. Like, there's so many. You could have done anything different. But now it's just like, why would I want to watch a movie that's gonna have like the same scenes in it?
Because I don't know.
So
People
it's
like-
maybe twice.
People like familiarity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more like insanity, if anything else.
I can't believe it's a sequel that it just feels like nothing's new about it at all. And I mean, like, generally sequels are kind of copy paste or whatever and just rehashes, but like this is literally that. This is the closest thing you can get to a literal copied pasted movie. From what we can tell, it's upsetting, I guess.
I just love Blumhouse's marketing strategies, and also that like he puts his name before everything. Because I went to Universal Studios Hollywood Horror Nights this year, and they had an entire Blumhouse like unfriended maze, and it was so funny because you're just walking by like projectors of people screaming, and it's like,
Oh
and you hear, like,
man,
Oh my
sound
god.
effects.
Is that in LA or is that?
Yeah, it was in LA.
Online?
I gotta do that.
Yeah, there is. And my favorite part is how at the end it's just literally you're walking through his logo, like his opening title logo. Like there's a chair spinning
Oh,
on
nice.
the ceiling. It's hilarious.
Ah!
It's great.
That sounds
Terrifying.
hilarious. I gotta do
With
that.
every cent. And they also had a truth or dare one, and they basically like had just a bunch of like dumb faces like falling from the ceiling with the Snapchat filter and everything.
That's really funny, and I wonder how quickly they'll replace that, because like Truth or Dare is not like it's the flavor of the week horror movie. It's not something that like that you built an installation for Truth or Dare. Was it that successful?
What if it was like the faces from Llamas with Hats, just taped to balloons?
I think it's called Blumhouse of Horrors or something like that. I was also pretty drunk during this
Oh.
disclaimer. My memory's
It's-
kind of
Yeah,
Looks
I
like-
mean, $94 million is what it made. But that's, I mean, like, yeah, obviously it had a low budget.
Bloomhouse of Horrors.
But
yeah. I was
is
unfriended.
that
with
enough
there.
to justify creating an installation in your horror thing? Whatever.
It was
I guess
so
maybe
funny.
it doesn't cost that much money.
I can't remember. Was Upgrade actually good?
It was yeah, I'll probably buy it, but critically I would give it like 5, I think.
So
I
it's
think I
just
give it a
average.
5. Well, no, it's not average. It's average overall, but it's equally weighed down as much as it's brought up. There's some great stuff,
Oh.
there's some bad stuff. It's not like bland. It's not uneventful or boring, but
Oh,
it's just there's a lot of cool stuff and a lot of stupid stuff, and they both cancel each other out, so it's a 5.
yeah.
Hey Adam,
Hello.
have you seen Hereditary for the second time?
Have I seen what a second time?
Hereditary.
Oh, yeah, I did. I feel the exact same way about it. I feel no differently about it on my second watch.
So your rating is the same.
It's a 7.
'Cause
Love
I
the
just
first
watched it and
half. Second half, not as much.
I don't know. I didn't think it was good at all.
No, you didn't?
No. Have you seen Rosemary's Baby?
Yeah, and Rosemary's Baby is a much better version, but let's not spoil anything. Also,
Oh,
like
I mean-
Rosemary's Baby is a billion times better, but I still think Hereditary has redeemable qualities to it for sure.
speaking of weird movies. Oh, sorry.
I mean, well, first of all, pretty much every good horror movie, first of all, scares you existentially. And Rosemary's Baby, at the end, she gave into this horrible system, and in Hereditary, the terrifying twist at the end is the demons are real, and that's it.
I said no spoilers.
Well, I mean, if you see the trailer, it's pretty obvious that demons are real.
let's try not to. Just for people that
Yeah.
didn't.
And the scene
have
with
to
the car, the scene with the car and the pool and the dead deer. You know that scene?
In Hereditary?
Yeah, the pole.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah,
pole,
yeah,
the car,
yeah.
the deer, the girl.
Yeah.
I mean, supposedly that was orchestrated by the skull.
What?
Are
You
they
stop
jigsaws?
spoiling
Are they-
it!
Stop
Stop
it.
spoiling it!
No,
You're very
I want to
clearly
see
spoiling
this.
it. You're spoiling it so hard.
I have yet to see Hereditary.
Yeah. Like you can't. You're saying everything.
Hey, Adam, can I switch subjects to like a music question?
Sure.
So I'm trying to practice, like, to teach myself the piano. I've been taking classes in college, and like and I know you've been playing since you were really little.
Yeah.
No? So, and like my biggest issue is with like playing chords correctly. Like I can play singular notes fine, but chords I just have a huge issue with because I started with the violin and I've tried to learn other instruments as
Okay.
well.
And how long have you been playing piano?
I've 2 years now, off again, on again.
And you're finding it hard to like get your hand in the right place, or like what?
No, just trying to find the position of the chords. Like, because I can play singular notes just fine.
It's all math.
Yeah.
It's all math. It's like it's the difference. It's the amount of semitones between the notes, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, there's nothing I can really say other than keep practicing. Maybe look up some YouTube tutorials. I don't know how you're being taught, but like with, I don't know, like it's the more you do it, the more you're familiar with it. Is all I can really say. Like for me, it's like it's not even something I think about at this point. But I'm like,
practice makes perfect.
yeah, exactly. And like I had the privilege of being taught at a very young age, so like that helps. But yeah, just keep practicing it.
Okay.
And I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do with it too.
Hmm.
Are you trying to reach sheet music, or are you just trying to compose, or?
Mostly compose.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I mean, like if you understand like music theory and you understand like the mathematics of it, or you have like a good ear for it, then just keep fucking around until it sounds good.
Okay.
I agree. I've been kind of self-teaching myself piano as well, so it's pretty fun.
Yeah, piano's a good instrument to learn, I would say.
Oh, it's great. It's kind of a gateway instrument to move on to other instruments.
It really is.
Marijuana.
It's
Marijuana
completely
to heroin.
It's completely
I'm joking.
visually accurate. Like it's all semitones. 88 keys, 88 semitones, all in order from left to right in tone. So it's the perfect instrument to help you learn other instruments and help you learn music theory, because it's all so visually accurate and consistent. Something like guitar, it's like 6 strings, you're going up and down the fret in order, and it's not consistent in where the tones are. But with piano, it's completely consistent.
Yeah, I did used to play violin though. That was fun. I learned The Dragon Hunter by Richard Meyer, but I had a really dumbass substitute teacher for orchestra, and she thought violin 1 meant that they were like underclassmen of the of violin 2.
Are you serious?
I am serious. So she's like, okay, so it's only going to be violin 2 up on stage and the rest of them. And we're like, excuse me, that's, I think it's either melody or harmony, but either way.
Violin 2 is harmony, violin 1 is melody. Well, it can be the other way around. It's complicated, but basically violin 1 is usually the melody and violin 2 is usually the harmony.
Yeah. Oh, she She felt really humiliated when a girl called her a bitch and everyone laughed.
I thought if you were playing violin in Mexico, you're violin Juan. What was the O for? Was that a racist joke? I thought it was just a pun.
That was a good O. Like a oh.
Yeah. But yeah.
Too bad viola's never getting any love because people just think they're slightly bigger violin, and cellos are super big violins.
Yeah.
Sorry, my sister is viola, so we joke about that all the time.
Mm-hmm. Have y'all heard about Monkey Jones?
Yep.
It's
very sad.
What?
He got his channels terminated, and then he created 2 new channels, and then YouTube terminated those, and nobody can understand really why.
Yeah,
because like he didn't have like crypto Nazi propaganda or anything on it, like plenty of channels that exist right now. He literally just had videos that were making fun of Elliot Rodger. Ironically, he was parodying Elliot Rodger in a few of his videos, and then he got flagged literally all in one day, and his channels are gone. And then he created 2 new ones, and then YouTube destroyed those too, and nobody. I can't find any good justification for it. Like, yeah, it's edgy humor, and clearly YouTube is trying to sanitize their fucking platform, I guess. But it's like I don't see anything that broke terms of service. And there's so many worse videos out there by more popular channels.
I mean, unless
he was given like 3 strikes.
Sorry? Well, yeah, he was given 3 strikes, but it was all in one day, so he had no chance to like even correct anything. And one of the strikes that he got was supposedly on a video that was like privated that nobody watched. Yeah. So like,
Do
yeah.
you have any options?
I don't know. He apparently is like uploading to Pornhub now, and he's trying to create his own website. And so
I thought that was just a meme.
Hey, whatever works, you know.
Yeah,
That's no why not.
That's not Alan.
You know, unless if like YouTube's trying to censor dark humor.
Thank you.
God
Evan.
help us all if that's the case.
I mean, there's dark humor in their media.
Well, I mean, like, not trying to throw anybody under the bus here, but like iDubbbz is fine, and he'll always be fine. Like YouTube wouldn't take down iDubbbz; he's way too big, and I love iDubbbz. Like he's great, but that's like really edgy humor, and he said the N-word quite a few times, right? And that's like I think it should be allowed on the platform. If anything, Monkey Jones's videos should have been like age restricted, not like take him off the platform. Yeah. You know?
I've never
like that's ridiculous. Just age restricted or something, and like then he'll be like, oh, okay, maybe I won't want to make this content if I can't make money off of it and nobody watches it or whatever. But completely kicking him off the platform is just so ridiculous. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's really sad. It's like that. What he had? How many subscribers? Like 150,000 or something?
I thought it was somewhere like 250.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say, by the way, about that orchestra thing. I was given the chance to go up on stage after she didn't want Violin 1 zone, and I was like, you know what? Forget it. Good luck. And I just walked out.
Oh.
Boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been in an orchestra for like all the way up to high school. Technically, I'm still in an orchestra now, but it's like but technically like a string quartet at our college. Because we have an orchestra at our college right now. Well, technically too, we have the string ensemble, which only has like up to 10 people in there. So it's like the chamber music that we're doing, and the one that I was auditioning for is I didn't find this out until after I auditioned, but apparently it's a mix between student and community players in Fredericksburg. So kind of ticked off about that. No, I understand.
Yeah.
Hey, it's my microphone still making noise.
You've talked by now about all the movies you've seen on TIFF, right?
On what?
TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of Factory? By the director.
Oh yeah, no, I missed that one. I had tickets to see it, but it conflicted with some other stuff. Like, because I was trying to do a bunch of stuff at TIFF. I saw like 30 movies, but like basically when I create my schedule, I like pack it full, and then I have to make sacrifices if I want to do other things like those interviews that I scheduled and stuff like that. So that was one that I wound up missing, unfortunately, but I'll check it out when I can. I couldn't see it at TIFF, unfortunately.
Right. Have you seen the other movie by this director, The Major?
No, I haven't. But it's the same director as The Fool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was on my
I think it's
list.
just as good as The Fool. And
Okay.
he filmed it with like 15 people who weren't paid on a DSLR.
Okay, yeah, I'll watch list that right now.
Speaking of TIFF, I watched your review for Museo last night, Adam, and apparently it's coming to YouTube on the 19th.
Yes,
right around the corner.
Yeah, I noticed.
Awesome.
Somebody messaged
Cool.
me about that.
Yeah.
And also, I looked at other YouTube originals, and I didn't realize that Bodied, the new Joseph
Oh,
Kahn
of
movie's out.
course. Oh wait,
So
that's on YouTube original?
yeah, it is.
Okay,
I felt like
I
that.
heard good
it
things
was,
about it.
Yeah, I saw it, and
It's out?
Yeah, it is out. It's
Okay, I'll
at least in
check that
America
out
on
soon.
YouTube. I watched it the other night because I got premium. But I'm a bigger fan of Detention, which is like you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, and I think
Oh.
it's like a good bad movie. But this one there's a lot of
I think I
cringe, but
watched
it
that
kind of
actually.
yeah,
I
the Josh
did.
Hutcherson like crackhead fucking music video movie basically.
Yeah, that had some. That had a really funny intro, I remember, but I don't know if I watched the whole thing.
Speaking of YouTube originals, has anyone been like bombarded with advertisements for this one show called Wayne?
Wayne?
Dwayne.
Wayne. Yeah.
No, I'm actually.
Wait.
I've got a premium subscription, so yeah.
Because I swear, like every other day, like
No, just
like
hashtag.
YouTube recommends this show called Wayne to me, like it's like different clips from a show that hasn't been released yet, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit?
Mhm.
What is it? What is it spelled as?
Yeah, I don't know. All I know about it says it's about a guy named Wayne, and he beats people up or something.
YouTube original. Is it gonna be like? Is it gonna be like freaking Russell Crowe in South Park, going around beating the shit out of people?
I don't know. Yeah.
Someone's asking for an update on the album. I guess I'll be posting another update to my music channel pretty soon because it's almost the end of the year. But tracking's basically done. There's like one instrument that was recorded that I need to add, and I need to decide if like which one we're keeping. And then just a lot of editing and mixing and mastering, and then it's done. And hopefully, I mean, like it should be 2019. I can't imagine all the editing and mixing and mastering will take more than, I don't know, a few months, maybe. I don't know. It'll probably be done in April, but then like the question is, how soon can I edit together a music video and get it all published and figure. I haven't figured out like the album art or anything, and I don't know anything about like the printing process and like the sleeves, and still got to do like a Kickstarter campaign for the physical release and all that. So it's getting there. We're getting closer. It's coming together, but yeah, so not until at least April, I don't think.
Yeah, music's hard. Well, not hard, but it's hard to put together.
It's I mean the biggest issue is that I'm only doing like 3 or 4 sessions a month because otherwise it would just take too much time away from all the other stuff that I'm doing that you guys are literally supporting on Patreon for. So
yeah. Then again, you are basically like the Canadian Tame Impala, so
I don't listen to enough of their music to know what you mean by that.
He's a one-person band, and when
Yeah.
he's live, he has friends that play music. with
Okay.
him, so.
Yeah, it's yeah, I'm happy with it. It's something that I'm proud of. I think that
Yeah, quite the feat too.
yeah, I think it's I don't know. You guys will hear it. At this point, it's like, you know, even if I die in the next week, it'll still be out because it's like pretty much, somebody can figure out how to mix it.
Also,
so
I noticed that your Cool Cat shirt is showing wear.
yeah, this was literally from the first time I washed it because Daddy Derek only uses the finest materials.
Okay, I did not notice that before.
I feel it might be symbolic for what Cool Cat is now.
Yeah.
Is there any like updates I don't know about of
Cool gun
Cool
self-defense for ladies and men too.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know if he's making shit.
He's probably given up at this point.
I think it's a metaphor for the cycle of for some. I don't fucking know. I don't know where I was going with this.
I wonder if he's kind of. I wouldn't count on it, obviously, but I wonder if he's kind of guilty of the whole copyright thing.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. I mean, like, in retrospect, he looked back at the matter and just said, like, why the hell did I do that?
I think he tells himself whatever lies he needs to feel comfortable.
Yeah. So deep down,
I think his entire life is like a facade on himself. I don't think he's very honest with himself. I don't think he does much self-reflecting, honestly.
It's a fair point, yeah.
I agree.
Ugh.
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
Are you going to do a quickie on Lover?
On what?
Lover. New Ralph's.
We're going to talk about it on the podcast. I don't think I'm going to make a quickie for it.
Sounds like an April Fool's quickie.
Yeah, it's
what about a quickie on the Spider-Verse film?
Oh yeah, I just uploaded that, but it's not published yet. I need to monetize it.
I
just saw that last night.
Sorry?
I'm curious.
Sorry, what are your thoughts on that?
I enjoyed it overall. I think that I like the concept. I did not like the actual sequence of events. Like the plot was really stale.
Yeah.
I loved the stylized animation. I liked the soundtrack for the most part, except when after two tragic events in the story, instead of like they just played like Lil Wayne, and and I was like, I can't really feel anything right now. Like do you want to be emotional or do you want to be cool? Because you can't have both right now, and it was trying to have both. Did not like Peter Porker, who's kind of annoying. Felt like kind of unnecessary.
There are aspects that reminded me of like the Lego Movie or like the writing style of.
Yeah, it didn't take itself seriously overall, but at the same time, there were enough parts that tried to take itself seriously that it just.
Yeah, because it made like a lot of referential things of the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff.
Did it really have a Jaden Smith song in it?
It did.
Oh my god!
No.
First time I'm hearing about this.
He's just an
Again,
icon.
I hope it's no problem, but I'm actually kind of reading chat for fun. So
I don't mind.
Okay. I'll be that guy who's like, oh, hey, this person said this.
I'm also reading chat.
I read it sometimes too.
Yeah, like, hey, Adam, are you a horse in a man suit or something like that? No, it's not really there, but
I am 100 horse-sized ducks.
I thought you were just gonna say you're a horse spirit possessing the body of a man.
Yes.
Yeah, Adam's horsekin or something like that.
Yep.
I'm just the duck from the house that Jack built. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Oh
Apparently
no!
that's why people left the screening at Cannes.
Oh, really?
That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, like it was nothing else. No, I'm not gonna spoil anything else, but that's what drew the line for them.
Yeah, that was in the
Duck.
trailer.
The most horrific thing in the movie.
Oh, and I'm park bench kin, by the way. So
You're what?
park bench kin.
Mm.
I'm a napkin.
Oh
Whoa,
my god.
I'm a Webkins.
Wow.
Oh wow,
I
that was a
identify
thing
as
that
naps.
existed.
Yeah, sorry.
That's usually one of my favorite things to do when I hear other kin is just mock it by saying I'm a park bench deep down inside. And my ultimate goal is to be sat on and do nothing else. but just to be safe.
Sounds like a bad-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. Pros and cons of being a park bench. Being
I enjoyed Spider-Verse. I think people are gonna get mad at my 6 out of 10 rating though.
Adam doesn't like
all the
Marvel.
other.
I had a few issues with it.
People on my subreddit are already upset at the 6 out of 10 rating.
It's a Marvel movie.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
Marvel
fine.
is losing a lot of quality, especially after
It's not really a Marvel movie. It's a Sony movie.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. Sony Animation.
6 is still good.
Yeah.
I think
it was Sony Animation.
It's not fucking Venom.
Yeah.
Somebody told me Venom was okay.
Yeah.
It was pretty terrible.
I was like, yeah, you know what, you have your opinion, but I heard it wasn't that great. And nor do I have the ambition to watch it.
The best part of Venom was the Eminem song. Not because it's a good song, but because it's really funny.
Yeah, and the movie is just funny to just watch because of how like
Okay, so apparently my sister, who was one of those people that thought the film was okay, made me watch the advertisement for the DVD release of Venom, and apparently they framed it as a romantic comedy.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
That's
like,
a joke, though, right?
No, like this is actually like in
what
the advertisement. No, like look it up.
It has to be a joke. It has to be like self-aware.
I mean, I guess it can be. I guess it is. Now that I think about it, but look it up when you get a chance. Like Venom DVD ad or something. Like it's on the Sony official webpage. I believe
that has to be a joke.
The best part of Venom was when the MPAA logo just showed up and ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have any of you seen Happy as Lazaro on Netflix?
No, but I need.
Lazaro.
I finally saw.
Is that the boxing one?
No, it's about
No.
this kind of peasant worker in Italy. And I think yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, that's on my
it's interesting.
watch list.
It's interesting.
I finally watched the Ballad of Buster Scruggs, though.
Yeah, that one's great.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the last segment because
that's fine.
Yeah, I generally like slow stuff, but that was way too slow.
I didn't feel the pacing on the last one. I felt the time on the second last one though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one I wasn't really crazy about was the James Franco one.
Oh really?
Oh really?
I really like that one.
First time.
Pan shot.
Pan shot was great though. I did like that part.
Wait, was that the James? I don't know.
That was the James Franco one.
Yeah.
Or I liked the whole movie.
Pan shot. Actually, the one I did like was, oddly enough, the one with Liam Neeson. And
yeah, all of them had redeemable qualities for sure. Like none of them were bad. I don't think.
I just think the Liam Neeson one could have been told in 5 minutes, you know. And I get the point of it, but I still think it's just there was a lot of, you know, extended time in it. But it's the little moments like that I enjoy, like the turning of the chair in the brothel, just little moments like that when you see the pain on the guy's face. Just so I don't know.
Going into the movie, I didn't know it was an anthology.
Oh, really?
I didn't see your quickie yet or anything.
Yeah.
So I started watching it. And I'm like, oh, this is like an over-the-top, completely ridiculous comedy western. All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like the comedy aspect kind of dies down after a while, though. Like,
yeah.
I think
well, yeah.
Which is what I loved.
Like, limbless Dudley Dursley, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Although I think my brother told me though that like a lot of deaths in the Old West really wasn't from gunshots, but rather just natural causes.
Of course.
Dysentery.
But you know, it would be very lame if it tried to show an accurate depiction of the West. So
that's you, Evan. Cut off.
Thank you for the chat. What is it called? Super chat? Yeah. Thank you, Evan.
Chat, yeah. And that's what Frederick Knudsen calls it.
I wonder if they use the same like deer from 3 Billboards to like CGI into the Mr. Pocket one. I really
No,
hope they did.
because
I hope they did.
the 1 in 3 billboards wasn't CG. It was just poorly
yeah.
composited.
At least it
Right,
wasn't
right.
the Walking Dead deer.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Did you see?
I didn't think that the CG deer in Buster Scruggs looked bad. I mean, it was obviously CG, but I don't think it looked bad
It
at
looked
all.
okay. It wasn't
And also, like,
yeah.
it's not a literal movie, and they make that clear from the beginning. So it's like there's a bit of leeway with that kind of stuff. Like, there's things about it that like intentionally look fake, too.
Yeah.
So
There's cartoonishness.
yeah, it's not a super literal, super serious movie.
Sorry, I'm just noticing that when your Kuga shirt is like at a certain angle, it looks like he's holding a gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's all I wanted to say.
It does kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, since it kind of came out after I kind of realized the flaws of it. Has anyone else faced the flaws of Fallout 76?
Ew.
You see, I'm part of. See, my the video game club at my college has a Discord chat, and we have a section. We have a chat. We have a chat log on Bethesda, and we have just been shitting on. I shouldn't say we because I didn't guess I'm not touching a thing. But the people who have played it have been shitting on the flaws of Fallout 76 and. Let's see. Hold on. I think the latest thing that they picked up on is. Let me look it up right here. Oh yeah. Data miners believe they found loot box files in Fallout 76.
Oh no.
Yeah, and
They better withdraw.
Another post saying, daily reminder that buying white paint for your power armor in Fallout 76 is the same price as Witcher 3 Blood and Wine DLC.
Nice.
Was the loot box data like when the game was first released or something they patched in?
Sorry, what?
You said that there was like data for loot boxes in it?
No, file that they believe they found loot box files in Fallout 76, like they could happen. That's what it was implying.
Well,
what the fuck?
Go for it.
As Sonic said in Sonic Says, that's no good.
Because there's a lot of legal issues with loot box in other countries now.
Yeah.
Good.
I know. That's what makes it even worse.
The backlash against EA was fucking legendary.
I liked how EA tried to back up the claim, and then they found some guy who actually had a gambling addiction with loot crates.
Looking for right?
Can you read the chat?
Exactly
which chat?
Thanks, Imagine.
The Hangout chat. Sorry.
Yeah, just 1 second.
And I'm ashamed to say it. I did spend money on the creation store, but it was for the good old faithful Gauss rifle and the anti-material rifle.
Have I seen Kung Fu Hustle? Yes, it's pretty entertaining. Is Thanos a hypocrite? I guess so. He's kind of morally inconsistent.
Battlefield.
I mean specifically about saving Gamora. You know, it's all random. You don't know who survives, but not Gamora. He saves her before.
Yeah.
I remember reading through the Wikipedia of World War II and women and what their roles were. There were women on in World War II, but not exactly how EA posts.
Yeah.
Rated.
Have you ever heard of the Night Witches?
No.
Night Witches.
No, I have not.
They were pretty interesting. There was a song about them I really like, but it was an all-female Russian stealth bomber unit, and the Nazis called them the Night Witches.
Night Witches.
Oh. Angry Joe covered it, but there was one mission where no shot was fired, where it was two guys, a guy and his son. But they replaced it with women, and I thought that was so insulting.
Alexander, the screening at Cannes was fine. I didn't go to like the main hall screening. I went to like one of the side. It was in the one of the side theaters or whatever. Like the other, it wasn't like the. Because if you go to the main hall screening in Cannes, you have to dress in black tie and like special invites and blah blah blah. And it's so difficult to get into. But I still saw it at Cannes, and it was. I mean, like I enjoyed myself, and I didn't hear any negative reactions from the crowd or anything. And that whole thing about the director changing it's not true. It was just speculation because A24 kept delaying the release date, and it's like, oh, are they re-editing the movie? And there were like 30 articles being like, oh, they're probably re-editing it, but they had nothing to base it off of. And there was literally, I've seen it twice since then at VIF and TIFF. Did I see it at TIFF also? Was it? I don't remember, but I've seen it literally 3 times now, and it's the same movie. So, oh yeah, I saw it at VIF and at Fantasia Fest.
So I was at that screening too. Yeah, I can.
How do you get an invitation for that one thing though?
For the like main theater, you have to apply for it. You have to like send in a request for an invite, and then hope you get in. And like it's like a lottery thing. So and if you get in, you need to be dressed like literally in black tie, which is just like I wasn't about to rent a tuxedo.
Yeah,
in France.
It'd be easier to get into Mensa than that, I'd imagine.
Yeah, there are like hundreds of people waiting outside with like cardboard little like slabs being like, let me in, please. And they're like waiting in like tuxes and everything.
You're not supposed to be able to like give your invite away, so I don't know why they're doing that. Like it says in the rules you're not supposed to do that.
My friend actually went to a bar and flirted with this guy and got him to give us both tickets to go see Knife and Heart at the Grand Lumiere or whatever. So we basically like got in last minute. Like I stole my friend's tux because he brought one in case like he wanted to go and beg for one. So like we snuck in and saw it. And we were like the nosebleeds, like the tallest section, so I couldn't even see what was happening, but it was still awesome.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been interesting to catch a movie in that part of it, but
gosh, yeah. Last time I was ever in a movie theater though, it was back in I think May. I haven't gone to one in a while.
Go see Roma.
Roma?
I've seen it. If you can,
I probably can't because fun story for y'all. I have gotten a citation because some stupid shit.
Who's got the white noise?
It's not me because I'm hearing it.
I'm not hearing it.
Thank you.
Well, I'm hearing it. But
is it me?
Yeah.
I don't know why my room is completely empty. No noise.
It's I think it might just be your microphone and like a fan or something. I don't know.
There's no fan in this room. It's just really shitty microphone, I guess.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's not super annoying.
What was the whole complaints with The Witcher being on Netflix?
I think
it's just because it's a video game being made into a movie or something. I don't fucking know.
It's based on a book series, though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but I think most people remember the video game.
From what I've seen, it's a lot of people complaining about like SJW stuff.
Geralt's not black.
But I don't really know. I'm not familiar with The Witcher, honestly. So
it's pretty good.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, might be a fun.
I've heard it's a great story.
Yeah, if you're willing to sit down and listen to lore. Pretty much, it's like Mass Effect except in medieval times.
Somebody in the background saying something about $3,000.
Oh, sorry, that's my mom. Just talking to me and my mom are talking. My sister has a scholarship opportunity that she can get in February for music. That's what I'm discussing.
Red Dead with Magic. Yes, that's what it is.
Just mute yourself and unmute yourself if there's noise.
Okay, if she comes back again, I'll mute myself.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I am actually kind of excited for a Witcher on Netflix. If it's only because people are complaining because it's all white cast, well, who cares? I mean, it's medieval times.
I think the complaints were that they were like that they were turning the product into an SJW thing.
Oh, it was okay.
But I don't know. I don't know anything about it. That's just what I understand about people complaining about it.
Oh, my mouse is lagging. Let's see. Witcher.
It's not out yet, though, right? So
No,
I
not
don't
yet.
think so. You know, I would say something, but I feel like I really shouldn't about this because I feel like some people can point side saying, "Oh, they're pandering to this side," or "Oh, they're pandering to that side," and it's really just people complaining at the end of the day. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if it's a good product, it doesn't really matter if it has like a political leaning, I guess. But as long as it's not overbearing and doesn't sacrifice the integrity of the story, then
Yeah, but it has its own politics, not real world politics. So
yeah.
What I would hope for is like a Metro Netflix series. That would be fun.
I still haven't played those games. Do they have good stories? They're
yes.
they're like an FPS, right?
Like The Witcher, they are based on books. So
okay. Alexander, I haven't seen Raw for a second time, so I don't know, but yeah, it's still a 7.
Did people faint while watching Raw, like in the theater or something like that?
That's what they use to market it, but
yeah,
I mean, like, there's sensitive people in every horror movie, so who knows?
True.
Hey, Geralt's wife is now an Indian. Are we talking Indian or
Hereditary?
Hmm? What?
Oh, so I was reading chat. Let's
Something
see.
about Hereditary.
I don't even know if I haven't gotten so far in the game, but I don't know if Geralt has a wife, does he? Unless we're talking about
Yennefer.
Unless we're talking about Yennefer, or she's not really his wife.
Have you guys heard about the new movie from the director of The Witch, Robert Eggers or whatever his name is?
Oh no, I haven't.
It sounds pretty interesting. It's about like a guy living in a lighthouse or something. I tried to kind of like stay away from any information about it, but
Oh, funny story. So my suite mates, they're like super normie when it comes to like games and like film taste. I can tell because they're pretty much playing Fortnite the entire time, like every day at night, and that's all you need to know about them. So my roommates, because this is like a suite apartment where it's like there's 2 bedrooms parallel and there's like a main lobby in the center. He put on The Witch at one point, and I was playing a different game while they were doing it when they were playing. I actually haven't seen The Witch in its entirety, which I really should.
Mm-hmm.
But they got to the part where the thing happens to the baby, and then everyone was like, "Why the fuck are we watching this?"
Yeah,
that's when my sister gave up too.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was really funny, like, because we also have, like, I'm assuming one of the suite mate's girlfriends always comes in, and she was, like, really disgusted the entire time. Like I could tell from the way she was first, like, oh my, like, the way she was saying, "Oh my god, why are we watching this?" And
That's probably why they pussed out in the new Halloween movie.
Oof.
Bazinga. They did kill that kid, though, in the beginning.
Technically.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix, still on Netflix. I really need to get on that.
Yeah.
When I was in the theaters watching The Witch, there was this guy who was just talking the entire time, being like, okay, like, when are they going to fly? When are they going to fly? And, like, he was waiting for, like an entire coven of witches to, like kamikaze down on everyone.
That's
it was
funny.
So weird. He was, like, live streaming his own interpretation. It was so weird. It was
live streaming?
Really, not live streaming, live commenting.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
When I initially saw the advertisements for The Witch, I was thinking it was going to be like a witch somewhere along the lines of The Crucible, where it's really not actually a witch. It's just a bunch of bullshit that people made up just to justify the strange coincidences
that's not
going on. Because I was a junior at the time when we had to read The Crucible in English.
Yeah,
I actually liked it back then. I wonder how I'm going to feel about it now. Like it was the actual play, like not the movie.
Yeah.
Although we did watch the Daniel Day-Lewis film, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More like Daniel Gay Lewis.
Oh
God.
snap.
Got him.
Fucking told him.
Yeah. Retire
That's the reason
again.
he retired. Yeah.
Yeah,
fault.
parting gift.
Yeah.
He's just gonna do like woodworking, make stairs now.
Woodwork for woodcock. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh. Make wooden dildos with the scrap.
Did any of you do Spotify Wrapped? For those of you who use Spotify,
Spotify Rap.
it basically just shows you like the most listened to tracks of the year.
Oh
like,
yeah,
things you change your genre.
People were doing that. I don't know. I'm not gonna bother with that.
I don't even listen to Spotify.
So mine was just basically like the Phantom Thread soundtrack.
Nice.
Not ashamed to admit.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great soundtrack.
Also, I've been having this really bad kinker sore for like the past few days on my left side of my mouth, and
shit.
Yeah, apparently I was talking to someone about it, and apparently you get them by taking in acidic foods or drinks.
Sometimes it's stress related. Sometimes it's genetics. But salt water. Get
funny
that.
is,
Wait, salt water? That helps?
Yeah, it makes them smaller. You like get a bunch of fucking table salt, warm water, stir it up, gargle with it, like get it really in that area, and then repeat. Do that like 3 times a day if you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll hurt a bit, but like it'll get rid of them.
It's the good kind of pain.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Man, actually now thinking, last time I like gargled salt, it did not bode well. Not that it hurt, but it actually made me regurgitate.
Yeah. I didn't watch the 2018 Tomb Raider. I don't know if I ever will.
I heard it's garbage.
I heard it's funny.
Bless you.
Garbage from a toilet.
It's garbage and not funny.
That's interesting garbage, if it comes from a toilet.
Speaking of fucking garbage, have you ever heard of Dinesh D'Souza, the fucking propaganda documentary director?
Yeah, it's one of those things that's just like really incredibly biased and
yeah.
Is that the Death of the Nation guy?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Didn't he like beat his wife or something?
I don't know.
He's in prison, right?
All I know is that from looking at the trailers, the documentaries look really funny to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. The really bad documentary is Expelled by Ben Stein. It's pretty funny.
That's in my dad's DVD collection.
Room 237 is also pretty bad. That was so annoying.
Of course.
No,
Yeah.
Expelled does not deserve to even be called a documentary. It's just he doesn't document anything.
I know.
Wait, hold on.
It's just a lot of straw man arguments.
Wait, it's called Expelled and
by Ben Stein.
Ben Stein. Okay.
Yeah.
Bueller.
Yeah.
The whole thing is just like, why doesn't creationism get a say in science?
Really bad.
Probably because
This
there's
has been a pretty good year for documentaries, though.
I would seriously love to either have Stephen Wright or Ben Stein do a documentary of like something that is fascinating.
Expelled, No Intelligence Allowed is the full title. It's from 2008.
I'm gonna double feature with that, and then Accepted, the one with Justin Long and Jonah Hill. Anyone?
No.
Damn it.
Sorry.
It's okay. We'll get him next time.
Yeah.
Mission failed.
Mission failed.
Snake.
Next one.
Snake.
You'll check out the YouTube rewind.
Oh my god.
Why torture yourself willingly, knowing that this is not going to be good?
Hey, did you guys hear that?
Because I like pain.
Baby
That's right.
dislikes.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
it's
that
number
he watched
one.
this like video since Justin Bieber's.
It's pretty bad.
Cringe.
It's like worse than all the other ones somehow.
I mean,
all of them look bad to me.
I mean, from a personal perspective, at least I can brush out the other rewinds as just like fluff. But here, it just felt painful.
Yeah, it turned from like memes into pandering, and it was really funny.
So yeah, I'm a little bit out of the loop because I didn't want to bother torturing myself.
You're safer that way.
Instead of just having like a music track while a bunch of YouTubers do shit, they sat around a campfire and talked about, guys, we control rewind now.
They bring the video to a grinding halt to virtue signal and be like, hey, we're a progressive platform, advertisers, listen to us. And that's all
Except
it was.
that we play homophobic ads over LGBT videos.
Yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful irony.
It's all just fake. It's not real. It's not real progressivism. And it's just it's so corporate it hurts.
That's the sad
I can't believe it made me miss Rewind YouTube style.
You know,
oh yeah.
I remember back watching like YouTube Rewind, and it had the slow-mo guys in it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's where they need to go.
I mean, there is one good thing I could say about YouTube Rewind 2018. At least they gave more more screen time towards animators. Like, that's always good.
Yeah,
absolutely. Oh, what's going on here? As content, this is.
It's just an image.
Siri, show me the worst.
Yeah. I'll be watching Aquaman, that's for sure. I'll be in Montreal by then. I'll have to convince my parents to see it.
Oh, all right. You'll be my neighbor.
Aquaman is like, even before the DCEU, he's like kind of a meme, being like infamous for being the most worthless superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make a movie out of him. Sounds interesting.
James Wan.
I heard that from Alex saying it's like one of the funniest experiences he's ever had in a cinema. Like
from Alex?
Everything, yeah.
Oh, he's seen it already? Is it out for him?
I think he said something like it was just
since
really
when?
funny.
When did he say that? Did you watch it this week?
I saw it on his Instagram.
Okay.
You know, the whole Aquaman thing, it reminds me of a Frank Caliendo joke where he's like, meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, Aquaman prepares a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because he can't do shit.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful.
I can talk to the fish.
It's kind of weird how, like, in the movie, like, since it's all underwater, how they can speak or talk underwater, you know? Like,
I've heard the logistics are really funny.
I hope we get like subtitles on fish. I hope they're speaking like actual English.
I hope they like say some really fucked up shit.
It's like Roma, they have different tribes of fish with brackets for subtitles. I really hope
But
that.
how can you vocalize underwater? Like, because that's like, how can you hear sound? Like, that's my thing with it.
What if the fish were like, you want some fuck?
What if the dolphins start ranting about the Jewish question? That would be funny if somebody just like re-edited Aquaman to give, like, if they do subtitles in it, just have them saying horrible things.
The Holocaust was a lie.
Yeah.
It's like you're asking
Obama did 9/11.
Apparently, Alex called Aquaman Black Panther in reverse, whatever that means.
What? Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I would love to see it.
Does that mean that it's racist?
I'll have to see it. I'm excited for it. That's for sure.
Oh, he means the bad stuff will be at the start of the movie, and then it'll get good by the end?
I don't know.
Oh, and all the enemies say shut down Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, they have rhinoceros floating. That's what that's the real question here.
Will there be bad CGI fish? I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Did you guys see the poster? They used stock photos of sharks.
Yeah,
everyone saw that.
I wasn't that upset about that.
I understand. I mean,
there's a core, isn't it?
But Sonic poster though.
Yeah, Sonic looks fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm probably gonna go see it just to get a good laugh.
I'll see the Pokemon movie. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait for the trailer on Sonic to decide if I'm going to see that one.
Yeah, it's just the proportions of Sonic is fully off. Like,
have you seen the tweets about people wanting to smell his feet under those quote unquote dirty shoes?
Hey! At least they know what's the fan base of the fucking franchise.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on the
Okay,
internet.
what if they took the
Yes,
same
we are.
What
I
if they
never
said-
fucking liked Sonic's design.
What if they took the same concept of Detective Pikachu? Ryan Reynolds voices Sonic. Only one person understands Sonic, but everyone else hears, "You're too slow."
I think
Voiced by Julia White. So,
I just,
Turns out
I
that
just
he-
can't wait for him to eat chili dogs. What a shit character.
wait, what if the whole poster was just a lie and it was just Sonichu?
Oh god,
Oh,
Sonichu. A dark and gritty live action Sonichu would be perfect.
Except it was filmed with like a handheld camera, like
No.
using those old mini VHSs. I don't know what they're
Oh
called.
man, why? Yeah, put in Christian Weston Chandler would be
No,
probably.
it's Christina because. of
Oh,
his
you're
sex
Christine.
change. Christine. duh.
Yeah.
Whatever he flips about these days, but yeah, Christine. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
just.
When I saw your Shrek retold quickie, I was like, what?
Oh, you didn't know?
He's in a movie?
Oh yeah.
I'm so
What?
I'm so surprised that like that video blew up because I've been following 3GI for a very long time. So seeing that video blow out, I'm so happy that they're getting something like recognition at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody saw the Jurassic Park like joke they made probably like
No.
3 or 4 years ago, but it was Shrek with Jurassic Park. It
Interesting.
was really fucking good, and it was a joke, and it was 5 minutes long, and the jokes were just punchy, great, and yeah, I'm glad Shrek is taking off. It means good for them.
I might try to attend Shrekfest next year, depending
Oh,
on when
yeah.
it is. But I feel like it'll be everybody trying to get in now.
Yeah, and I wish now the only YouTube channel that remains to be blown up at this point that I wish would be Be Nice to Me production, which is underrated, unknown, and amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
what do you think of just the original Shrek movie?
It's fine. It's good.
Meh.
It's not like the best thing in the world. Like it's a product of its time. You know.
I think this is the best rendition of Shrek right here.
But let's see what this boy is.
Uh-oh. Oh, yes.
There
he is.
Shoot it.
I'll post this.
This, if you want to know the source, it's Monster Factory Spore.
I'm posting it.
So,
yeah.
Do any of you guys remember?
Actually, I want to.
Do any of you remember our RoboCop remake when they basically did like the Shrek thing for RoboCop?
No.
From a few years back, like it was messy, but they basically did the entire movie with different animators and filmmakers the same way. And then Fatal Farm did one about the dick shooting scene, and it's actually pretty entertaining. I might put a link in the chat for that one.
What other movies would work well being remade like that? Space Jam
movie.
Isn't there a Space Jam sequel with LeBron James or something?
Yeah, it's being made.
This is gonna
I don't have high hopes for it, but we'll see.
Really?
What do you mean?
Why wouldn't he have high hopes for it?
Yeah.
I want to see Martyrs remade with animation. That'd be fun.
Oh, Martyrs was remade, but not with animation.
Not that remade. Retold. How about that?
I feel like
Star Wars
you could
Uncut.
go very creative at trying to redo 300.
What the fuck is this?
Star Wars Uncut Director's Cut.
I skipped to the middle of it, and it looks.
Adam, there was a question on the Google chat. I don't know if you saw.
Oh
it.
yeah, I've seen this
Have you seen
before.
The Nice Guys, and what are your thoughts on it? It was a question by Alexander.
I don't think I did see it. Actually.
I did watch I did watch it 2 or 3 times. I really like it. It was
Yeah, I think that's on my
my
list.
favorite movie of 20.
Wait,
What year
Yeah,
was it?
2016. I haven't seen it yet.
the
Good things.
Ad Virus character. I haven't seen.
Yeah, I saw Ralph Breaks the Internet, and there was like a character where like the eyes were like just off, or the eyes are off looking off directions, and it had like arms that would like grow very slowly, giving like a letter or something to like Ralph and villain. So yeah.
The only way I'd watch that movie is if there's a scene where Ralph goes on live leak.
Oh no!
No, but there's a scene where it goes.
And he
to the
watches Laura Barn kill herself. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Am I allowed to say on the internet that the first Wreck-It Ralph was not very good?
I didn't finish it. I watched the first half and then was like, okay, this is where it's going. It's not worth my time.
It was acting like video game Who Framed Roger Rabbit in the advertising, and it's like, oh, the only recognizable characters for the first third. Now you have a really bland story to fill the rest of it.
Yeah, I was like, Bowser's not going to be a main character? Fine. I'm peacing out.
Remember when they're so tone deaf about using like licensed like song that they just put like "Shut Up and Drive" from Rihanna in the movie, and you're like, fucking hell, Disney.
Well, the one good, the one positive of Wreck-It Ralph is that's the best film interpretation of Sonic.
You know, it'd be a great animated retold in the style of Shrek Retold would be Irreversible. That could have some meme potential.
Speaking of movies that we haven't finished, I tried watching The Scanner Darkly.
Yeah,
I don't know what to think of it. I
enjoyed it. It's not like, I mean, I don't know. It's not amazing, but it's.
I like
cool.
the animation though. It's interesting.
Yeah, I like rotoscoping.
Evan Archer, I'm pretty sure there's already a furry documentary.
Oh, there's tons of furry documentaries.
It's called, what is that one that we were talking about? The one that I called straight out of E621, furry movie.
What?
Pottersville.
No, it was a medieval style one.
I did see Pottersville on Netflix, and I was morbidly curious. I wonder if I should.
So bad. It's so bad.
Oh, really? You saw that?
So bad.
Because I was kind of curious at one point, but I forgot about it. Like, how bad are we talking?
It's so bad. It's just embarrassing.
It is very bad.
I looked up furry movie on Google, and all that came up was well, not all that came up, but amongst it is Critters, and
oh
no,
my favorite. My favorite.
I would say like the most competent furry documentary would be the one called Fursonas. And,
yeah, it's up there.
And it's something that like it finds itself in the second half. Like it feels like they were just filming before they realized what they wanted to be, but then once it figured out what it was, then it's like really good. But yeah, so far that's the best one, I think.
What is worse, Pottersville or all the single furries? Well, Pottersville is a movie, so.
All the single furries has meme potential, and it's funny. It's like it's ironically funny. Pottersville is not even like you can't watch it. All the single furries is like kind of funny.
I'll never watch it ever.
Yeah. My God, all the single furries. You know, it's I find it insane that like it's so easy to troll people into believing bad things about furries. Like the person that re-uploaded all the single furries in the video description is like, come join us fuzzies on the furry and the YIF subreddit. It's like, okay, this is a troll. Like you re-uploaded it and you're pretending to be a furry and like you just want to make people look bad. And then there's that like really old copy pasta from 2008 where there's the post on a forum of like, I'm a furry and I'm raising my child to be a furry and I'm homeschooling him because they wouldn't teach about furries in school in our culture, and I barked at the teacher and my son is crying. What do I do? And people like it keeps popping up on Reddit in like all these different subreddits of like insane people Facebook and all this stuff, and people buy it when it's just so obviously a troll. And it's so funny because like as long as you're saying something negative about furries, people will just like, I want to believe that. You know, not to say that there's nothing negative out there about furries, but it's like it's so exactly confirmation bias. But it's like it's so easy. Like if you feed someone something that has a negative bias towards furries and it's just so obviously fake, people will believe it because they want to. It's ridiculous. It's like you're being trolled and you don't even understand. Like that photo of in front of the Nazi flag of the fox one going like, "Hey!" and that goat one, like that was taken at an aviation museum in Alberta. I know one of those people.
That's the one you used, ironically.
Yeah, like that's not real, and people really believe it's real. It's so ridiculous, and it's so obviously not real. Like it's so obviously a joke, but people are like, "Yeah, I want to believe that."
Like in the context of your
thing is Violent J's daughter.
Like in the context of your Nanoland review, when you're talking about fighting some friends, and you're just in that section where you're like, "Why not just join a group of people that doesn't turn away anyone?" I could tell from the way you used that it was a joke.
It was it was literally taken at an aviation museum in Alberta. Like that wasn't someone's room.
Yeah.
That wasn't someone like they didn't. That wasn't their Nazi flags.
I don't know. I mean,
the human race. Sometimes I love it, but oh my god, sometimes I feel like you need to be crucified.
Am I subscribed to PewDiePie? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why not?
We all subscribe to PewDiePie. We are taking down the evil Lord T-Series.
In all seriousness, I'm actually not subscribed to PewDiePie.
Oh shit!
Look.
Slander.
All the 9-year-olds are gonna get you now.
Oh man, well the thing is I don't really watch much gameplay stuff on YouTube.
It's not really gameplay anymore.
Yeah, it's evolved.
He makes like reaction content now.
Oh, yeah.
And like almost like an Ethan and Ela kind of style.
Like I said, I'm always out of the loop, so
there was like some kind of controversy about him not being in Rewind, wasn't there?
Yeah.
He's never coming back in Rewind. I don't think that that's the controversy. I think that you're stupid if you think he's ever going to be in Rewind again.
Yeah.
Like, of course he's not in Rewind.
I have
Why would he
literally
be in
never
Rewind?
watched a Rewind, so...
Yeah, I mean, YouTube is not going to put any kind of even vaguely controversial people in Rewind at this point. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh no.
Wait, have any of you seen those like the new cover art for the First Reformed DVDs and Blu-rays?
No.
No,
it's
I'm not.
so fucking funny. Wait, let me.
Oh, really?
Let me take
yeah, like
it's on,
people
I'm
are making
assuming
like
it's on
joke
Amazon
ones now.
right now.
Yeah, no, it's so.
Oh, that
funny.
does look kind of bad, doesn't it?
No, there's even one of these are actually real. It's ridiculous. Wait.
Oh no.
Hold on.
This one.
Hold on. It's not loading.
It doesn't
properly. Oh,
it literally
no.
looks like he's like wearing like makeup in one of them or like drag or something.
It looks like the one with the cross on his eye. It looks like another shitty movie, but I don't know which one.
I feel like someone made it that way, and I know I'm wrong on this, but I feel like they did it that way just to trick all the Christian people or who will buy anything with a cross on it.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably.
First Reformed.
It's how you market a movie in America.
What really feels
looks really
this
weird.
one's so good.
What's really impressive is the fire effects at the bottom. That's like that really
Have you seen those comparison Blu-ray covers for they'll show like American cover and then same movie everywhere else, and the only difference will be like a big American flag in the background.
Oh.
Like literally like the backdrop of the they'll edit in a big American flag because that sells to American audiences like hardcore.
I've seen something similar to that, but not with movie DVD covers, but for video game covers, where everyone will get like this really cool like poster, and these were games back in the day, and in America they'll just have some dude or chick on front, and now everyone's doing it.
Well, you know what? The Star Wars posters in China, right, where they like totally got rid of John Boyega, like they hid him behind like BB-8, and they made Black Panther fully covered and everything.
Yeah, apparently Chinese people don't want to watch movies with black people in it.
There was like another thing.
Don't you get it? The Chinese government is trying to protect their citizens.
There was like something where they were in like China. The trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3, they blur out Winnie the Pooh because the guy, like, who's in charge of China, whatever the fuck his position is, gets compared to Winnie the Pooh a lot.
Oh, that's funny.
And so he banned Winnie the Pooh.
Like, I don't know if anyone here cares, but for like the upcoming, but okay, for Winnie, okay, context for so Winnie the Pooh is in the going to be in the Kingdom Hearts 3 game. Apparently, from what I heard, the president or prime minister of China thinks Winnie the Pooh is mocking him. So in the screenshots, or at least the ones that I've seen, Winnie the Pooh is just like a big bulb of light.
Nice.
That's what I just said.
I know. Sorry.
It's probably long gone. But you know what my favorite movie poster is?
But let's take a look at this.
Oh.
Oh no. I'm not even going to repost that one.
Oh, don't post it. It's bad, but
that is bad.
That smells like
Oh, it took me
2008.
forever to notice there were Klansmen down there.
it took me a long time.
Oh, okay.
I see that.
I'm not racist.
Delete this.
I see that.
All right.
Did you guys see like the director's roundtable for like the Hollywood Reporter and like everyone's faces? There's so much animosity. Like Spike Lee's really like shady at Bradley Cooper for some reason, and it like blew up on Twitter.
I haven't seen
Where is this from?
They do like the director's roundtable for the Hollywood Reporter every year on YouTube.
And which year is this? And what's the context?
Oh, it's this year. They just like they did a recent one getting ready for award season, and Spike Lee looks so like irked for some reason, and it's hilarious.
Okay.
Spike Lee.
I'll look
I know you guys don't know me well, but I hope it doesn't make you guys think of me any lower.
I'm worse. Just trust me on this. Just take my word on it.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh.
Director's
It was censored because of
like.
Here's the picture. Wait a minute.
A Hollywood Reporter. When was this uploaded? Is this on YouTube?
I think this was yesterday.
What the?
They took it down. I don't know.
Wait, where did you post it?
I posted a tweet in the chat. That's his facial expression.
Oh, there it is. Okay, now I see it.
It's
What?
so funny.
Spike Lee's a funny man.
You know what? This could be a meme on its own.
Starting to look like Captain Haddock from Tintin. What the hell?
I need to find that video. Maybe it's just on their website. Maybe they didn't cross-post it to YouTube.
Yeah.
There's something like that.
I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna take a screen cap of this. Shit.
Let me know if you guys hear wind blowing on my mic because I'm turning on my fan. And
No, so far you're good.
Okay, yeah, I think it's on their website.
Shit, my bad.
Yeah, so we'll have to.
He's a funny boy, indeed.
Where's the video?
He's wearing like a yellow turtleneck that makes him look like a Twinkie. He's got like a captain's hat on his head.
Oh yeah, someone tweeted, they're here for a film starring Spike Lee as a crusty old sea captain who has to take a bunch of teens across the Pacific or something. And then people are commenting like Seaside Man 2006 or whatever. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he does have that look like, are you fucking kidding me? I have to do this?
Yeah,
Where's this fucking video?
He's a charismatic director. I know.
His YouTube interviews are so funny. He gets so heated, and he like takes so much time to pause between his comments. Like he just like gives like this look. Yeah.
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 Well, I think it's like split up into several videos on the Hollywood Reporter website. When's the album coming out? April at the very earliest, but probably a couple months after that.
I was going to ask you, did you find any more videos that are great being played at half speed?
I already sent you the Will I Am one, right?
Yeah, that was beautiful, by the way.
That's my go-to, so I don't know.
That was beautiful, by the way.
Logo for your company.
I was watching this with a friend, and we were for the first time, and we had no idea what the fuck I was doing, and we both laughed our asses off at that.
I should have just.
If you go to that video, the top comment is Adams, and it just says 0.5 speed.
Nice.
I wonder if he even cares anymore. Will I Am?
I don't know.
Is Will I Am even relevant anymore? That's
nope.
He was an X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah,
Are you
what the fuck?
serious?
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
This is news to me.
What a prestige! He got to be in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I
the
love that
most
there's like a
beloved
3-year
X-Men
period.
movie.
Yeah, there was like this 3-year period where like Black Eyed Peas like members tried to act like Fergie was in Poseidon.
Yeah, what was that?
Oh shit!
So
you're
funny.
right. Oh
Yeah, she gets like blown through a window.
Remember the movie House of Wax? And the whole
Oh, yeah.
Paris Hilton.
the whole marketing campaign was like, you get to watch Paris Hilton die.
Oh my
And
god!
people saw it because they're like,
what?
yeah.
This is the first time I'm hearing
What
about
happened here?
this. House
Like
of
when
Wax?
when everybody tuned into that I think it was CSI episode because they're like, Justin Bieber dies.
Oh yeah.
Like you just
And they
get
did
this
all
like
the remixes.
popular, universally hated celebrity and kill them in a show or a movie, and people will see it.
That's the selling
Oh,
point.
that's where the meme came from?
That's basically like all like the epic movie, the what are they named, Saltz and Fritzberg, whatever. Like that's their appeal.
Friedberg and Seltzer.
Yeah,
Friedman
something
and
like that.
Seltzer Burger.
No.
I'm glad that
We call those two by their preferred name, dumbasses.
Okay.
I'm glad that it meant.
Same.
I was waiting for the punchline. I thought it was something like really racist, but
Yeah, I'm not going there. I don't want to be taken out of context, even though I just said a while ago that Obama did 9/11.
yes. But that's true.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, yeah, what was a marketing campaign that I really hated?
All of them.
Oh yes, all of them, but
I
one in
saw a
particular.
pretty funny video on really bad video game marketing campaigns, like the fact that Shadow Man 2, they wanted to advertise it on gravestones,
What?
like real
That's not
gravestones.
cool.
Is that from Nathan for you? That sounds like
Not only
Nathan
is
for
that
you.
not legal, how much foot traffic do you get through like
Actually,
a graveyard?
if
Yeah, that Nathan
imagine if
episode was pretty great though.
imagine if they're just standing next to an ongoing funeral as they're like lowering the casket. They're just like, "All right, when you guys are done here, we're just gonna slap this right on there."
I need
What is
more
They should have
Nathan for you.
advertised Secret Life of Pets at a pet cemetery. They really should have.
They should
Like Dog
advertise
Days.
Pet Cemetery at a pet
They
cemetery.
put a
Yes.
They put a trailer for the video game Hatred at the start of Polytechnic. Like, just great marketing.
Oh no, Vox Lux.
Video game.
Well, the best marketing ever was John
Oh.
Romero making us his bitch.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Wait, are you talking about mini game Hatred? That was.
Daikatana.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
It was like a game made by John Romero, and there was a magazine ad that explained nothing about the game. It just said John Romero is about to make you his bitch. Choke it down. That was the whole ad. No screenshots of the game or anything.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Spun?
No.
What? No.
It's from 2002. It's got an all-star cast. Got Jason Schwartzman, Brittany Murphy, Mickey Rourke, John Leguizamo,
Jesus Christ.
that kid from Almost Famous but older. It's got cameo appearances by Debbie Harry and that famous porn guy that always makes cameo, Ron Jeremy. And a bunch. It's an entertaining movie. It's got some obnoxious editing in it.
Yeah, you put it on your list.
I didn't put it on my list.
Well,
but-
not a list. You gave it a 6 out of 10 on your
Well,
list.
yeah, that was I rated. I saw it a long time ago, and I liked it a lot more when I was younger. So I changed it from a 7 to a 6. But it's got the weirdest like release in a way because like it's there's some graphic. It's mostly a comedy. It doesn't take itself way too seriously. It's everybody on the movie is on crystal meth, and and they're on like a 3-day bender, and nobody sleeps.
Sorry,
And
what movie are we talking about?
it's called Spun from 2002. I like it overall. It's good. Like it's got some presentation issues, and like there's a lot of really funny stuff that happens, and there's parts that are difficult to take seriously with just Jason Schwartzman not fitting into his character properly at some points, but it's I've seen it a few times when I was younger, and I decided I wonder if there's like an HD version. So I looked, and the only HD version was on Amazon Prime Video or whatever. So I watched it there. And on Prime Video, the HD version is the 18A, like R-rated version, the rated version. But the normal, like the DVD ones, if you get the unrated version, then that's fine. But it's not in HD. So I watched the HD one, and for the rated version, despite it being like R-rated or 18A, despite that. For the rated version, they literally they bleeped out the words like cunt and pussy. They literally censored nudity. So they literally blurred over vaginas and private parts, and they blurred out almost entire shots of graphic animation and stuff. I just found that so weird that despite it being rated R, it's rated. But I guess the studio wouldn't let. They had all these or the MPAA had all these ridiculous notes, so they're like, fine, we'll actually censor it and then just do an unrated version. And it's just really sad that the only HD copy that exists out there is the heavily censored one. It's so weird.
I never understood stuff like that. I mean, why does... I don't know. Never mind. I would
because bodies are weird and scary, but guns are okay. But penis is evil.
We're allowed to show
that's a
penises on the
reference.
screen, but nope.
Someone's asking me about Catherine Bigelow. I really like The Hurt Locker. I hate the producer. Zero Dark 30 was meh, and I haven't seen Detroit.
Strange Days is pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's really flawed, but it's really ahead of its time too in terms of just what the themes and its predictions of technology and police brutality and the way that kind of we deal with that. It's the cinematic equivalent of We Live in a Society, but a bunch of crazy handheld chase scenes and POV shots.
But we do live in a society.
We do.
We all live in a society.
Ooh, I'll be right back.
I might say that we are the society.
Oh.
Has anyone ever seen Peepudo and the Super Fuck Friends?
Can't say I have.
Sorry, what?
They said pedo at first. I was like, oh, okay.
Peepoodo on all one word. And it's an animated series that's released on this exclusive streaming platform called Black Pills. And
Pills.
And it's not made by furries, but it features a lot of graphic furry pornography, but not in a way where it's made to look attractive or anything. All these characters are really weird looking. And the entire show, it's 20 episodes or something. The entire show is a very shock value humor-esque sex ed class almost. where they're talking about they have these infographics on the prostate and shit, and it's so bizarre, and they uploaded all of them to YouTube, and I think half of them are taken down at this point, but it's so weird.
So and it's kind of like Happy Tree Friends, but
almost, and it's all in French with subtitles.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and yeah, it's very bizarre, and they're selling a lot of merchandise, I guess, and it's so weird. It's so weird. It's one of those things where it's so graphic and weird that you can't market it anywhere, and obviously this would only be on an exclusive streaming platform. Would never be on Netflix. Would never be on TV. But it's there's a team of people that made this.
Yep.
You know?
Huh.
Yeah. I would recommend going through them, but it's I don't know how much rewatchability it has. It's just fucked up. It's just so weird.
Curiosity kills the cat.
PewDiePie and his super fuck friends. Okay, I'll be watching it.
That's it.
Is it the... I don't know. I was going to ask about something, but I forgot.
Have any of you seen the movie Go from 1999?
No.
Mm-mm.
Great title.
It's fascinating. It's Doug Liman, so the guy who did Edge of Tomorrow, and it's clearly like one of those like in the wake of Pulp Fiction kind of like edgy, non-linear kind of crime comedies. And there's a lot of cringe about it, but there's a lot that's kind of witty and fun about it too. And
I like Sarah Polley.
Yeah, it is a really good cast. So it's one of those kind of guilty pleasure recommendations, I'd say. It's a fun, weird time.
What is Sarah Polley doing now?
She did that documentary Stories We Tell, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh yeah.
I did recently rewatch The Big Lebowski, and one thing that I love that I just noticed is how, ironically enough, that the dude is like the most normal person.
Yeah.
I picked up a 4K Blu-ray of The Lion King because that exists now. And it actually looks fantastic. I thought it would be like indistinguishable from 1080p because it's 2D.
Is The Lion King your favorite?
Looks fucking great.
Is The Lion King your favorite Disney movie?
Yeah, it is.
Oh really? Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Favorite.
I'm sure
Doesn't mean best, but favorite.
But it's your favorite from the Disney like post.
It's my favorite animated movie. Period.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
Mine's Secret of Nim.
Yeah, Secret of Nim, Incredibles, and yeah.
It was actually kind of funny watching Incredibles 1 and then watching Incredibles 2.
Yeah, somebody brought up a really good point about it. Is that like The Incredibles is like a commentary on superhero genre, and then The Incredibles 2 is literally just a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
don't know why, but I did like
That's funny.
It was also a commentary on like how screen addiction and how people kind of how we get information from from where that be TV or cell phones or whatever. I like some of the commentative aspects of Incredibles 2.
I just found Incredibles 2 to be like kind of a wasted opportunity.
I did like the parts where it just featured, Mr. Incredible and his kids.
Yeah.
Those were my favorite parts, honestly.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I made my review already. People already know.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, BRB.
Always remember that tone deaf, like unnecessary sequels are a thing. I mean, they made a sequel to Jarhead, which is
Oh yeah.
That's another problem in and of itself.
They made a sequel to Donnie Darko.
They did.
I was just about to mention that.
Yeah, I think we brought it up a couple times before. My sister saw it and she was not impressed.
It's in the bottom 200 or whatever. Bottom 100 on IMDb.
Yeah.
That's
What's on there right now? Kind of
There's a lot of good
fluctuates.
stuff on there. A lot of stuff I need to check out. Plenty of Uwe Boll films.
The director of Donnie Darko is. I was watching like the 4K movie of Donnie Darko, Ammo Draft House, and the presenter at Ammo Draft House said that that Richard Kelly is planning on doing like a TV show or like a show based.
Honestly, I think Saving Christmas should be the #1 worst.
Saving Christmas.
Uwe Boll follows me on Twitter.
That's interesting.
You should box him.
And when I made my tweet saying that it never ceases to amaze me how low people's expectations are for horror movies, he favorited that tweet. Apparently, he has an award-winning restaurant in Vancouver.
He does. He
I should
does.
probably check that out.
He's literally that's his best talent right now.
Yeah, apparently he owns a fantastic restaurant in Vancouver.
Yeah. Maybe
He's an interesting character.
This is the man who made Alone in the Dark, and he favorite that tweet. That's.
I was gonna mention that. Yes. Saving Christmas. Oh,
It's a Kirk
yes,
Cameron movie.
Kirk Cameron.
I want Saving Crimbus. That's all.
Calling Saving Christmas a movie is being very generous. It's Kirk Cameron's inane ramblings, and then it's just like an overlong, slowed down dance number for the rest of the film, so it can make the required length of being shown in theaters.
I want a live action musical of the Corey Feldman album "Angelic to the Core"?
Oh
No, please.
What?
You haven't heard this album? It's like
fuck.
there's very few albums out there that you can consider to be like funny cringe, but this is one of them.
The kid from Stranger Things also kind of falls in that category. Not to be mean.
What?
I'm so sorry. It seems like a great guy, but he made this like lo-fi, like SoCal garage lo-fi punk band.
I checked out a few of his music videos. I didn't see anything offensive about them.
It's not offensive. It's just I don't know. I'm being mean. I take it back.
Yeah. What was
him and his brother watch my videos.
I remember.
I redact my claims. They're beautiful people.
Well, I'm not just saying that because they watch my videos.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
I used to have a problem when I was younger. Not saying that I'm like 50 years old, of course, but where I'd kind of justify the movie that I watched until like 2 days later, where I realized, oh, that movie was a piece of shit. Like I did that with Far Cry, the one that Uwe Boll made.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it was so stupid. Like there was this. Do I really need to like? Do I need to worry about spoilers for this? Nobody's gonna watch it. Well, there's this couple that comes onto this guy's boat in the middle of a lake, mind you. Like, we came here to watch whales. I'm like, okay, nobody's that stupid, first of all.
Or are they?
Like, seriously. Well, I mean, maybe.
Everyone who has ever had the sentence, nobody is ever that stupid, has been wrong.
I just remembered there was Donna the Deer Lady, so. Anyone know that?
No.
Donna the Deer Lady's amazing.
So Far Cry is 47 on the bottom 100.
If I were to give a brief summary of Donna the Deer Lady, it was just this woman who thought deer crossing signs were telling deer where to cross. And she went onto a radio show and said, "We need to move those deer crossing signs to less busier roads."
Man, Richard Kelly hasn't done anything for a while.
Oh man!
Didn't he do Southland Tales or whatever?
That was in 2006.
Yeah,
oh, shit. That was a while.
His most recent film was The Box in 2009.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there was actually a podcast with him from 2016, and they were talking about stuff like Stranger Things and things that happened between his movie and this period. So, yeah, actually, let me see if I can find that podcast real quick.
All around me are familiar faces.
I have to wonder what she looks like. The
Who?
Deer Lady, Donna the Deer Lady.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
just as I expected.
Oh man, I got so much shit to get done.
Yeah.
I finished all the voiceover, well, aside from corrections for my YMS review.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Are you gonna? I don't know. You were probably in high school, around probably when Avatar was released. Would you have reviewed that if it were to be released today?
Probably.
James Gabbard, I should mention. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. When the second one comes out, maybe I'll give my thoughts on the first one. It was a movie that like I was convinced I would watch for a second time, and I still haven't.
I thought it was all right. I mean, people were like, "Oh, it's a ripoff of Pocahontas," when really it's just an homage.
It's largely inoffensive from what I remember, but it's not like particularly great.
Yeah. No, it's not the best, but
yeah.
If that movie isn't stunning though,
rip James Horner.
It'd be nothing.
What's my most disappointing movie of 2018? Probably Halloween, because like that. I mean, it wasn't the worst movie. Like every other bad movie I saw, like Slender Man, Wrinkle in Time, like things that were so much worse than the new Halloween movie. I expected them to be bad. Halloween, my only expectations were that I would like feel maybe a bit scared, or maybe feel like one of the deaths was interesting, or not feel like the villain was a big joke, and I didn't get any of that. I just wanted to see like a slasher movie, and I didn't really feel like I was even satisfied on that.
Were you more disappointed by that than Lars von Trier's The House that Jack?
No, because I didn't have high expectations for that either. I already knew he was just gonna jerk himself off.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think I liked it better than you, but I agree it's not.
It's not doing like I'm gonna watch it for a second time, and maybe I'll change my rating from a 4 to a 5 or something. But like, there's things going for it, but there's so much that just like bring it down. I actually really enjoyed Chris Stuckman's review on House to Check.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah. I went to one of the one night screenings where he did like the Skype interview afterwards, and he just like wasn't answering any questions. He's like, "It's too fucking early. Good night, everyone." And he like just basically ended it early, and we were like, "What?" And like people were like, "Do you think that this movie represents Trump America because a character wears a red hat?" And he's like, "This movie was made 4 years ago, so that wasn't a question." And everyone was like, "Wait, what?" And he was just totally dodging questions. It was hilarious.
Someone's asking if I'm gonna make a. Oh, Alexander's asking if I'm gonna make a video on Haunting of Hill House. I still might. It's just not like a huge priority.
I was not too thrilled about Haunting of Hill House.
I didn't like it
had
either.
things going for it, but it was just like should have been 2 hours, not 10. It was just an entire series of blue balling and like bad child actors. Every character sounded like the one writer, including the children, and it was there's so much about it that was obnoxious, and some cool things were in the series. But like, if you just trimmed it down and cut out all the bullshit, it could have been a 2-hour movie, and it would have been a lot better, I think.
The thing is ghosts don't really scare me.
I know, right? Because like all they do is go boo, and that's it. The only scary thing that happened was in episode 5, and that's it.
Real life things are generally scarier than ghosts because that can happen.
That's what a ghost movie's like.
Which is what bugs me of like Halloween sequels, wherever, where it's like, oh, he's possessed by an ancient evil, and it's like, he can't just be crazy. We can't just have like a normal nut job wandering around killing people. We have to make it fucking magical.
No, the thing is one thing I like to do when I'm watching a horror movie is count down to see if my counting down was correct for when a jump scare is going to happen.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
Yeah, sometimes.
And
depending on the movie.
If it depends, like I don't know, there was one that I watched and I got a lot of the timings right, and it's like, yep, saw that coming. So
the parts that bothered me about the new Halloween movie were like there were 2 fake scares, and like immediately I was like, this one's fake on both of them, and they were, and I was like, okay.
Notice how like in the Stranger Things trailers they always like lead up to they always show these scenes that look intense, and then it turns out to be absolutely nothing in the like final product. Like they're turning around in their costumes, like something big's happening, and then they just realize no one dressed up. So, yeah.
Have you guys seen any other of Mike Flanagan's work, like Gerald's Game or Oculus or Hush?
No.
Yeah, I have like mixed reactions to all of them. They have a lot of good elements, but then just something in the third act just kind of just
I heard
takes it all to
Oculus
shit.
Annoying.
Yeah,
I've heard good things about Gerald's Game.
There's a lot of great acting in Gerald's Game. I'll say that, but it's a little messy. Also,
I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
BRB.
Bye bye, man.
I need to.
Bye, boy.
Oh man, this is kind of making me want to play Elite now.
Elite Dangerous, you mean?
Yep.
Good game.
I thought you said Lee Daniels for a second. I was like,
Elite
what?
Daniels, the best Daniels simulator ever.
I want Daniel, but it's Lee Daniels.
Look at this planet.
Oh wow.
Purple.
Actually, I have to leave right now too. Dinner's about to start.
No.
All right. Well.
Okay. Bye then.
We'll say bye.
See ya.
Say bye.
Rip.
For you. So.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Why? What was I gonna say? That'd be fun if we all could like play something.
Commit
like
arson.
Commit arson. I've always wanted to commit arson. You know.
All right.
Who is this?
We have to blast Crazy Frog in the background. The only way we can do it.
I just posted a podcast from the director of Donnie Darko about his.
Wait, I like this guy's icon, by the way. I thought it was his webcam for a second. I don't know. He's literally like next to me on my screen.
Is it Paul Blart Fleshmall? Because I love that one.
No, it's Xavier.
Kanye.
Why do I look like I'm on webcam?
Just anytime I see somebody's picture, like, actually, funny enough, I always think Martin's webcam is his icon.
Have you guys seen Tom Hardy's MySpace pics?
Okay, that does not look anything like.
Tom Hardy has a MySpace now.
We had one. It was.
Go on.
Basically was like posting semi nudes and like all these like really uncomfortable angles and duck face photos, and they're so fucking funny. Wait! I'm gonna find them.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, no, they're very salacious. Is what I'll say. I think he used to be not an escort. I feel like someone told me he used to do like some job, not as like a male stripper, but like something kind of weird. I think I could see him being like a cam person. I mean, look at these. Like, what? Then again, like a lot of people just did that shit on MySpace. So
I never really was around when MySpace was a thing. Funny enough, I started really using like the internet when I was like maybe 10, but
you went straight to 4chan.
Went straight to 4chan.
I still refuse to go there.
It's a scary territory.
When was 4chan actually a thing? Like, when did it start?
It's always been here.
Oh. It's just fun.
I mean, r/4chans. It's a fun filtered way of looking at it.
2003.
Oof.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was only in like 2nd grade when it was a thing. So.
Does anyone remember like MSN Video when these stuff like all the music videos there like before YouTube?
No, I don't. Gosh, but what's
or
weird
like, oh my god, what was it called? Albino Black Sheep. Anyone?
Hey, here's a little interaction with the chat. Who knows who was born around the same time as floppy disks?
What year were floppy disks?
No, they've had that shit since like the late 80s.
Well, not around, but rather born when floppy disks were still being used.
I was alive when the floppy disks were still a thing. They were on their way out slowly, but they were still a thing.
My dad did music, and that's how he'd store his music is by floppy disks, and somehow it would work, but it was like very compact files.
I was alive for Flappy Bird.
Fanboy's talking about Newgrounds. I remember that too.
Oh yeah, Newgrounds was great. Yeah.
Yeah. My brother and I used to watch a series on there called Perfect Kirby. I don't know if that's funny to this day, but
what was the name of that guy? The Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. His name was like Lemon something. Like, what's that guy's name?
I can't remember.
I keep seeing that whole song.
Yeah. Oh, Lemon Demon. That's the name of the band who did that. Yeah.
Actually,
I mean, that was like when the Chuck Norris like meme like was being like born basically, and then like fucking Geico commercials started doing that shit. Too.
Hello. We're talking about the internet.
Talking about Newground.
The golden days, like
the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
I need your guys' help with a question.
We need to send Adam our credit card information.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
He'll forward it to a Nigerian prince.
Top
give it to
five.
Big Man Tyrone.
Top 5 furry movies. Go.
Does Zootopia count?
I'll go first because
Zootopia.
Kangaroo Jack.
No.
Are we just talking about
No, yuck! Oh,
Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties.
Wait.
I'll fuck the bunny from Space Jam.
Wait, are we talking about just like anthropomorphic movies or just like people dressing up in furs?
I don't know. Because I'm
Okay.
I'm doing a collaboration with somebody in an hour.
Him, I would. No, that's more.
That's a cartoon.
Are you allowed to take anything else in movies? Because I would have said Black Sad, the bande dessinée.
Zootopia.
Because I'm thinking like The Lion King's my number one.
Oh, so just animals in general.
I don't know. Is it a fur? I don't. Is it a furry movie? Fantastic Mr. Fox is great.
Oh yes.
I love
Zootopia, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Town Called Panic is debatably.
I mean, Rafiki's kind of a furry, so.
But you can be... All the lions in The Lion King are furry.
I know.
They have human facial expressions and voices.
Well, I don't know if you're like referring to like anthropomorphic.
This is a really bad.
Every character in The Lion King is anthropomorphic.
They're more feral.
They're still anthropomorphic is to describe something with human characteristics. It doesn't matter if they're on like 2 feet or not, because that's the
talking animals.
So you can say.
I remember this conversation.
Yeah, I mean, you can pretend like just because they're on 4 legs that means they're not anthro, but that's not true.
I don't know. I guess if they are talking, then sure.
They have human brains.
Human brains.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Cool totally. Cat.
I mean, dude, they've got duck
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille, yeah, that's a classic.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh yes.
Jam.
That's.
Space Jam probably made furries.
I was just remembering your Ratatouille video of you throwing the disc at the wall.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's that the Opposites Attract music video with Paula Abdul and that cat man. That's definitely it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. How many good furry movies are there?
I typed in
I can only name 2 right now.
I came up with Furry Vengeance with Brendan Fraser.
Furry Vengeance.
Kill it, burn it.
Oh no.
Does Open Season count?
That's a movie that existed.
I have not thought about that movie in a while.
I know.
Ashton Kutcher was a sellable product.
What do you guys think about Happy Feet?
Happy Feet was okay.
It was okay.
I liked Happy Feet.
It was alright.
Also because it's made by
give it 6.
like a competent director as well, so that helps.
Oh yeah, George Miller's Happy Feet.
I can't remember.
Happy Feet.
So weird.
He is such a versatile director, though. He's done so much different shit.
Would you say the first Madagascar movie was okay?
Robin Hood.
I'm not a big fan of the Madagascar franchise at all.
Neither am I, but I think the first one's okay. Like it's fine. Definitely not like good.
It's alright. It's pretty inoffensive, but
it's okay.
Probably a 5 out of 10 overall.
But yeah, no, somebody said Over the Hedge. I do not remember much of Over the Hedge, but one thing I do remember, oddly enough, is that they had like a huge product placement with THX.
Yeah. Hoodwinked. Hoodwinked is another
one. No.
Hoodwinked was weird. But
I reviewed Hoodwinked and people are still screaming at me.
Patrick Warburton does the job every time.
Actually, he was the best part.
He is.
Frickin' yeah, somebody said Disney's Robin Hood. That was...
I haven't seen that in so long. I don't know if I've ever like sat down and watched the whole thing in one sitting.
Me neither, but I remember watching parts of it and I was really enjoying it. It's not really Godzilla. So it's not really a movie, but I did like the Redwall TV series.
Oh, Redwall! Yeah, Redwall's really great, actually. Yeah, if we count, we're allowed to count TV shows.
I remembered something from the Redwall TV series where they tied they tied corn flour to a water mill, the wheel, and she was just like, just being dunked over and over again. I was like, this is, in concept, pretty fucked up, especially for a kids movie or series.
Did any of you see that thread about like directors make like one movie that's super out of character, and like they were going through a list, and it was like there were some fascinating ones I didn't even know about. Like apparently Wes Craven made like a musical comedy called One from the Heart or whatever. Or
That's
like
weird.
that's wait. It was a fascinating list.
I love that I searched up furry movie, and Furry Vengeance is.
Yeah. Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser.
What happened to him?
Oh, Kung Fu Panda. That
Kung
one's
Fu
good.
Panda's decent.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, oddly enough.
I heard the second one's great. It goes through some.
I didn't like the second one as much.
Oh,
Bitter Lake.
Bitter Lake. Yes.
Fuck is that?
That's the one I was thinking of earlier. Bitter Lake.
It looks horrifying.
It looks horrifying. Yes. You know, it's so funny how the cool.
Oh, that! I remember talking about that.
Okay, yeah, it's straight out of E621. That's what we're calling it. So, what's funny is you mentioned how their mouths don't move. It's kind of not insulting. It's kind of funny that the Cool Cat costume had an animatronic mouth and theirs didn't.
What?
Have you not noticed Cool Cat's mouth moves slightly?
What?
Yeah.
Animatronic?
I don't know if it's more animatronic. Maybe he's got something in there to control.
Because you can have a fursuit that just is connected to your jaw.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Okay, maybe not animatronic.
I don't think it would be animatronic.
But you did notice his mouth move, though, right?
I don't remember.
Cool Cat for Five Nights at Freddy's 17.
Oh, yes. Yeah, his jump scares. Hi, it's Cool Cat.
Jesus. A Cool Cat horror movie would be pretty awesome.
Okay.
You already made it. It's called.
Yeah.
Blink.
I know Adam has already seen this, but I need to show the rest of you.
Speaking of which, I was pretty happy with. Oh, man.
First Juggalo furry. Oh yeah, of course. He was at MFF this year with his daughter.
Oh,
Violent J. He got his own fursuit.
Bug's Life. Does that count?
And it had like the same markings as his like clown Sona.
Do you think there's
I think Bug's Life might count. I've seen bug furries before.
Is there ant fursuits except they're like
I don't know, maybe.
Is
There was
Pennywise
a-
a furry?
There was a college thesis from my art school called Spy Fox, and it was like,
Spy Fox.
Yeah, it has like
humongous entertainment.
It's just a student project from my art school. Yeah, I can't even just post a link on to it right now.
Oh, okay. When you said Spy Fox, I thought you meant like the humongous entertainment.
No. It's just a project.
Oh.
Trying to figure out more furry movies.
Does the acid trip scene from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas count with the lizard people?
No.
I don't remember that scene.
It was just a snake head.
Back country out here.
Cheers goes negative. David Spade becomes a llama. There's one.
I wonder if watching Fear and Loathing while on drugs would kill you.
Yes, it would.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear that the
Depends
movie
what
called Don
drugs.
Quixote?
What about
the
it?
new one got a release.
Oh.
In March in the US.
Okay. They figured it out.
Ship down.
Probably not going to be great based on the critical reception.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's mixed, but
you should still be able to see it.
I also just want to see the footage from the beginning of the shoot back in the 90s. That just would be interesting.
You know what? Fox and the Hound is like by far one of my favorite Disney movies.
It's got a good soundtrack.
Yeah. I liked it
Got
because
some good moments.
Cute. What the fuck is this movie? Watership Down.
Oh no!
Oh, did you see the remake of that?
You're not
They're doing on
familiar with
Netflix.
Watership Down.
Oh, that looks terrifying.
Oh, it's a fucking infamously traumatizing film.
Yeah.
Oh no! And I'm not saying design-wise it's terrifying. I'm saying it's legitimately terrifying.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. There were some issues I had with it, but like that's a pretty fucked up movie.
I don't know. I mean, I think this image would do me in as a kid.
Also, have you heard of the Plague Dogs?
Plague Dogs.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, that one's
pretty
fucked
up.
too. I've heard
like the same director, isn't it?
there's another one called Animals of Farthing Wood. I've heard is pretty dark.
You know, Oliver and Company, I have not seen yet, but
I think I watched it when I was a lot younger.
yeah, my lady.
Like a boy turns into a cat, right?
Does he?
Like it's about a boy that like TFs into a cat. I don't remember.
No, that's Rockadoodle.
Oh yeah. Wait, what is Oliver and Company about?
Oliver and Company is just about a cat.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's based on the play Oliver, which my lady friend has been urging that I see. So
it was an okay.
Oh yeah, I remember this fucking song.
If I watched it again as an adult, I think I would just go,
anything. No.
Oh my god.
Isle of Dogs, does that count?
As a furry movie?
That's what somebody's saying.
They talk, so I guess.
Yeah, so you know what? I've never seen it.
Do any Jim Henson movies count?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Labyrinth.
Muppets Go to Space. That's by far my favorite furry movies. So.
The Happy Time Murders.
No.
So,
Go away.
Take it away. Leave this Google chat now. Shoot. No, there was one that I really liked, but I don't know.
A furry movie?
Cat.
It was, I don't know. So I don't really identify as a furry, but I really like anthropomorphic stuff. So
I got bad news for you.
But I might be a closet furry.
You're coming out now. You just have to.
I may as well be. I just never like. I'm never a big fan of like the deeper parts of the.
Fuck,
community.
Ratatouille. Is that a furry movie? I could call Ratatouille a furry movie.
Let's consider Ratatouille. It is. You said it was one of your favorites, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite Pixar.
Favorite Pixar. Okay, I will admit it is like it's really creative.
I love Ratatouille. It's great.
Can you imagine if Gordon Ramsay had a rat controlling him?
That'd be a good twist.
Have you seen the Ratatouille Rule 34?
No. I'm not
very-
interested in rodents.
Someone's no, someone spammed me that the other night, and I wasn't upset. I was just disturbed.
Someone posted a question on my Shrek Retold comments section saying, genuine question, is Adam sexually attracted to Donkey? The answer is no. Any hyperactive, child acting character is just like a big fucking turnoff.
Oh man.
You know? I need like a deep voice, and I need to know that they could kill me if they wanted to.
Gosh, that actually, I know I've been like bringing up Monster Factory all night or all day, but they basically do Spore and they make a Shrek Spore, which is what I showed you guys earlier.
Yeah.
You make Donkey, and it's just a bunch of legs attached to this bulbous body with a small head and big bulbous eyes again to bring up the.
You know what? I think the best furry movie hasn't even come out yet, and it's gonna be the live-action Lion King.
Oh, fuck you! Fuck off!
No, that's
I rewatched the original recently just because I got the 4K Blu-ray, and I'm just like the whole time I'm just mad thinking about the remake. It's gonna be terrible. I'm not excited for it.
They should be
prepared from what I've heard.
Honestly, they should just stop while they're ahead when they're remaking live action.
It's fucking annoying.
Yeah. Hey, look, we know we wanted to, love these old animated films, but what happens if we just film it instead of animate it?
John Oliver as Zazu.
Yeah, I kind of want to see.
Seth Rogen as Pumbaa.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
I
kind of want to see the Dumbo one just to see like what they're going to be replacing the racist crows with.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting.
What do you think?
If they kept the racist crows, that would be amazing.
Of course they won't. Of course they won't do that. That's an interesting point.
But do you think they'll keep the pink elephant scene?
Pink elephants and the racist crows are the only interesting things in that movie.
The new Lion King's gonna make money for sure. There's a lot of people that looked at that trailer and thought that looks great. Oh, so
They're calling it Beyonce King now.
Really?
That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
Apparently.
people, like we're like crying to the trailer of this. It's like I genuinely don't get it. Not even.
It's
close.
just, what's the point of animation if you're gonna make it look realistic now?
Yeah.
Like there's no more facial expressions or character. Like
it has to look stale as hell, dude.
It looks boring and it looks dark. The trailer looks like a Zack Snyder film. Like, what are they gonna do when I can't wait to be King plays? Is that gonna be like Zack Snyder version? Like, what are they gonna do? That's supposed to be colorful.
Musical segments, because I heard they took out "Be Prepared."
Yeah, but they're keeping a lot of the other songs.
But "Be Prepared" was the best song.
Because they're assholes.
They better include Nazi marching hyenas.
Nope.
Well, if they're taking out the song, then
They
no,
won't. They won't include that for sure. Because I mean, they took out the song already. What more evidence do you need?
I'm gonna make a prediction here about one of the lines in the movie. I hope we get to hear fake news at some point in the movie. With the current times, I want this movie to be the worst as possible. So just let's get on with it.
I'm so sick of Trump shit.
Oh. Yeah.
Like I saw an article that apparently in Assassin's Creed Odyssey there's a Trump reference, and it's like, does fucking everything need to be about Trump?
Yes,
everything.
2 more years.
Maybe.
You mean 6 more?
Depending on how the Democrats do.
Yeah. I mean, let's just see how this goes. I honestly think that people are gonna be so stupid to run him for re-election.
Well, it depends really on what the Democrat brings. That's going to be the most.
Yeah.
And then 4 more, yes.
Get Bernie in there, you fucking cowards.
Beto.
I don't know. Someone else.
I vote for him.
I mean, looking back at it, it looks like, I don't know, Bush did a better job.
Pokemon, go to the polls.
Oh, God. A Hillary Clinton running again campaign would be like the weirdest timeline.
I remember one of my favorite tabloids. I remember my favorite tabloids that I've ever seen was like Hillary Clinton's sex dungeon in the presidential library, and it was obviously proven fake, but oh my
I
gosh.
just had a really funny image in my head of like Hillary Clinton doing a Fortnite dance to identify with the youth.
It does not sound. I mean, that sounds realistic enough.
Hey, 12-year-olds, go to the polling booths.
If the election was this year, she would have done it.
Before the zone closes.
If Fortnite was popular 2 years ago, that's what we would have saw.
Yeah. Speaking of like battle royale stuff, I played one last night that's really cute. It's called Super Animal Royale.
Oh God.
I never liked online competitive
Jordan,
games.
I have bad news for you.
Oh yes, am I a furry? Confirmed. Like.
Yep, it's confirmed.
Sorry. You watch my videos. So.
You know, if that's fine. But
anyone in existence who has ever said, "I am not a furry, but," is a furry.
I'm not a furry, but I write furry stuff.
I'm not gay, but
$20 is $20.
Oh man, yeah. No, the thing is,
I like femboys. That's not gay.
Heads up, I'm going to be wrapping this up in like 15 minutes. Just a heads up.
Would you count Avatar a furry movie?
No.
Aliens.
But they have tails and feline faces.
Yes,
but they're basically they're humanoid enough. It's like an anime cat girl isn't furry. You know?
I agree with that.
Okay, I would agree with that. Anime cat girls are not furry, but I would probably say that Avatar is on the brink of being almost furry. I would say, but it's
they're blue people with big eyes and tails, and that's
they got tails.
But their faces are so feline-like, though.
Yeah,
the whole fucking
What's the thing with personas then? They're just human beings with fucking wolf faces. Where do we draw the line now?
Every time I see like a
They've got a
human.
fucking tail.
Every time I see a human with like animal ears on top of their head, I'm like, I always notice they have thick, bushy hair to hide the fact that there's probably just a wall of flesh where their ears should be.
Oh, The Shape of Water is a furry movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it
right.
is!
Yeah.
You mean
that's the best example of.
You mean Grinding
It's the
Nemo?
furriest movie. It's
Yeah.
Well,
Yif.
the slimiest.
Yif won the Oscar.
There is literally Yif in it.
Yeah.
That's the best one we have so far.
First we take the Oscars, then we take the Game Awards. Grammys, I'm coming for you.
Well, geez, wouldn't that be something if somehow this Google Hangout won an Oscar?
No.
Yeah.
That would
yeah.
For cringiest people on Earth.
Yay!
Yeah, this Google Hangout won a Razzie actually. So.
No.
Okay.
That's like
I'll
the
accept
comment
the award and
section.
I'll blame my agent, which is me.
That's the comment section over after a lot of this is like, oh, these guys are so cringy. It's like, yeah, you're probably right.
Whatever. Don't let it bug you.
I'd like to imagine Adam talks to his agent like he talks to Smeagol talks to Gollum.
I don't have an agent.
I know you were just saying your agent is yourself,
Yeah.
so that's what I was going at.
Oh yeah. Oh, I get it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I remember one of my favorite political commentators called A Shape of Water, Grinding Nemo, which was.
Yeah, I heard that.
It is the best name for it.
You know the origin of the movie, though, right? Like, Guillermo saw Creature from the Black Lagoon, and he saw the monster and said, hubba hubba, apparently, quote unquote.
What if
allegedly.
they fuck?
Exactly.
And I find it infinitely bizarre that he's like, you know who I'm going to get to play the fish? Doug Jones, who I've made be a fish man before twice.
Yeah, it was pretty similarly designed to the Hellboy character.
I'd like to imagine the thoughts running through his head when he sees Creature from the Black Lagoon is, does that thing have a penis?
Yeah.
And
yeah, if the gender,
I wonder if Sting fucks.
I don't think it would be an Oscar movie or as well publicly received if the genders were reversed. If it was like a dude being seduced by a fish girl with tits.
Speaking of like gender reversals, I was so happy that
you signed on to make the Shape of Water remake with reverse gender. All right, so let's go.
Actually, if they did like a fish girl and made her attractive enough, I could imagine like a bunch of straight people being very confused.
Oh yeah, I mean like
I can't
everybody.
like this.
Everybody says I'm not a furry, but I would fuck Lola Bunny. That's what everybody fucking says. Those are always the top comments on Reddit.
Crystal from Star Fox.
Crystal.
Yeah, Star Fox for sure.
I'd like to imagine that's another pointer. Yes. Oh, you know the name of Crystal from Star Fox. That means you are a furry.
And also, there was this 90s Disney TV show called Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks. Yeah, I've never really watched those ones.
The Mighty Cucks.
I like how Mighty Ducks was like a movie about hockey, and then they turned it into a show, and it was about superheroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a duck. It was a duck superhero show.
Kangaroo Jack.
Oh, that's like one of 4 movies that even when I was a kid, I was like, "This is trash."
It was misleading.
This is really bad.
This movie feels like actually getting kicked by a kangaroo. So.
Yeah, Home Alone 4, Kangaroo Jack, and Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 were like the only movies when, even as a kid, I was like, "This isn't good."
That was Norbit for me. That was Norbit.
I've said it before. Like I think from my first Google Hangout with you guys. Well, my first time in the Google Hangout with you guys. The worst Hulu original I've ever seen was called Freakish.
Mm-hmm.
And just to reiterate, it was like The Walking Dead except with high school drama. And in a high school environment, nobody knows what the fuck a zombie is.
All right, I'm ending the hangout in 10 minutes.
I think I'm actually going to leave now, guys. I got to go. But
any
thank
final
you for your time.
questions or comments?
Have you heard of the movie Possession from 1981?
Oh shoot!
I think that might be on my watch list.
Yeah, it's just one of my new favorites. It's a really cool
It
trippy
is on my
time.
watch list.
Yeah. So just that is awesome. So recommend that to everyone here if you want. But yeah, thank you so much for your time and everything.
No problem. Thank you so much for your support.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Oh, what's gonna be the next video game, Adam? What's the game you're looking forward to now?
Fortnite 2. No.
Yeah, you're right.
Probably The Last of Us 2.
Oh yes.
Okay.
My brother cried when he saw that trailer.
I don't know. Is Jonathan Blow working on anything right now?
Good question.
Yeah, I don't know. He'll probably release something like a trailer in like 3 years from now, and then it'll come out in like 8 years.
The game I'm actually really excited for is Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Oh, is that an Ori and the Blind Forest sequel?
Yeah.
The full version of Deltarune.
Oh yeah. I haven't played the teaser yet.
I think.
And you already know who Rouse is. That says a lot.
Well, because I'm a furry and that shit's posted everywhere.
Oh, Biomutant is what I'm excited for. I mentioned that before.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fun.
Any questions or comments from people that were dying to ask something that didn't get to maybe ask their question?
What's your thoughts on Brigby's bear?
What bear? Brigsby?
I saw that. Or your Brigsby bear.
What is that again?
Is
that British one? No, that's not.
No.
Oh, yeah, I didn't like that.
It's like a Sundance movie.
No, yeah, I found it. The lighting was fucking amateurish and terrible. I just humor did not click with me. It just rode on the same fucking "isn't this weird" kind of thing over and over and over again. I didn't like it. I know a lot of people fucking loved it. It didn't seem like a movie made by filmmakers. It seemed like a movie made by friends of people that had money.
Yeah, like people in Sundance.
It wasn't very well made.
Where did you see it?
Did you get tickets from Sundance?
No, I would like to at some point.
Okay, because I think they're like $20 or something. Then again, you gotta consider an airline.
Yeah, and like hotel and like that would be what I don't think I'd be able to get a hotel at this point. I'll try to plan for like the next year or something.
One last question from my end.
Yeah.
I'm just asking because I don't know like how you do things usually. But when you'll be coming to Montreal, do you have a meet up with fans or not? Or you
I'm going there for like family stuff for Christmas, so I'm not planning on doing anything.
That's fine.
Other than that,
I
really.
was just asking because you have obviously fans who live in that.
Yeah.
I'm just asking. Just a question.
I usually I don't know. I usually don't do fan meetups, but like I talk to people at film festivals and stuff. Not because I don't want to see people, but because like I'm usually like just busy doing other shit. Like the reason why we're doing Christmas in Montreal is because my brother lives there, and we usually do Christmas in Alberta because my parents live there. But I convinced them to do it in Montreal because like for the music video I'm filming, I need like shots, and then I need to get the same shot later when there's been some change, so it's like different season. And so now it's winter, and so I convinced my parents to do Christmas in Montreal because I need to get those shots for my music video. So I'm going to be like kind of preoccupied doing that shit.
It's no problem. I was only curious, and how you.
Oh, no worries.
Enjoy your time in Montreal, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I know it won't be your first time, but
yeah.
I'll
enjoy myself.
I won't pry on this. Did you ever reach out to that guy about the signal?
I did, and I didn't get a response back. David Breckner. Let's see if he's still following me on Twitter.
It unfollowed just for that question.
I don't know, maybe. No, he's still following me. He just never responded.
Oh.
The signal?
It's a movie he reviewed.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really expecting him.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I was just like, oh, that'd be fun as a screensaver. So,
yeah.
With the sound, of course. Oh. But yeah, no, I was gonna say, like, I think what, like, your whole thing with running into fans, I think it's just pleasant when it's a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can expect to see me at any film festival I'm attending. I'll be around, or like any convention that I'm attending. I usually don't be like, "Hey, everybody, I'm right here, right now," and I don't want, if I'm gonna interact with people, I would prefer for it to be like more one-on-one than like just a horde. Like I would just feel bad for like having like a group of people around me competing for attention, and then some people don't get to. Like if they're not as like forward or extroverted, then they might not be able to get as much of a word in, sort of thing. Like, I don't know, because I've been around a lot of like I've hung out with other YouTubers and witnessed that firsthand, and it's just like I don't know, it's not really my environment. I don't really like large crowds.
Yeah,
and
I was just gonna say, like, if I were to meet in person, all I'd be doing is just giving you a handshake, saying
I'm not saying like keep it short and fuck off. I'm not saying like don't try to spend any time with me. I'm just saying like I would prefer more personal interactions and not just like bam 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 bam. Like I just find that it's a weird.
Well, I guess this is a personal interaction, I suppose.
Yeah, this is. I would say so.
Did I cut out?
No.
No, you didn't.
How was the one with Funhouse up at that bar? I know you went there, but did anyone ever interact with you? Or
did I do the fan meetup with them?
I seen a photo with you and Bruce, I think.
That wasn't a fan meetup.
Is that not a fan meetup?
Yeah, that was at. We went to karaoke and then did an after party at some really shitty, dumb club in. But like, I mean, so yeah, while they were in town, I did that interview on their channel, and then we went and did karaoke, and it was a lot of fun. And then it was like pretty late at night, and the one they have like a Vancouver friend there who's like an actor from Britain, and he was I don't know who I'm not familiar with him, but he lives in Vancouver like 8 months of the year because he's apparently a famous person on a TV show that I don't watch, and he was really fun. But then he was like, yeah, let's go to this club, and it was just like half of people went to bed at that point because it was already late. But then like me and Bruce and Lawrence went, and it was fun in like a kind of people watching ironic kind of way, but at the same time, just like not my fight. I don't like clubs. It's just like everybody there is just trying to get as drunk as possible to distract themselves from like how miserable the environment is, and just like flashing lights, and like you can't have a conversation. I would rather have conversations with people. I don't like being in an environment where I'm just like yelling the entire time to try and say anything, and it's such a money sink. All the drinks are so fucking expensive, and so like eventually I was just like, bye, and I peaced out. And since we don't have ride sharing in Vancouver yet, and like the bar is in kind of like a shitty neighborhood. It's like one of Canada's worst neighborhoods, which is nothing compared to any neighborhood in the States, I know, but I was just like drunk 2 a.m. looking for a fucking cab. I called the cab company. I'm like, hey, I'm outside this bar. They're like, okay, 5 minutes or whatever. And I'm like, oh wait, I realized I didn't give them my name. So like, how are they going to know who to pick up? So I called them back. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to give you my name. They're like, oh no, we're just going to pick up whoever's outside. I'm like, but there's tons of people outside. What? Like, what's the point of calling you then? And so then I got really pissed off and like wandered around literally for an hour in the rain in a shitty neighborhood, drunk, like fucking grumbling and yelling to myself. And like, it was fucking miserable until I finally hailed a cab. And it was just like, fuck, we're going to get ride sharing in a year. It's not like a Canada-wide thing. It's just BC. It's just a province. Yeah. So like, we don't have it still because like for a good 10 years, we were run by a very corrupt government. So now there's a new government in, they're putting in ride sharing, but they're taking their sweet fucking time. And
It's more lobbying from the taxi industry.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very powerful
We've
law.
dealt with it. We've dealt with that.
Unfortunately. And so, yeah, we're going to have it in a year now. So, like, in a year from now, we're going to have it. And it's just like, I can't fucking wait because the taxi cab companies are just so shit, you know? And, like, they've had plenty of time to improve their services.
To adjust.
And you can't, there's no excuse.
They had the monopoly, like most cab companies around, like I'll say Canada and the States. They had like complete monopoly on the system.
Yeah.
And then as soon as competition showed up, they panicked and hit the like, oh, let's ban them button.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's not just a convenience thing. Like, to me, it's a much more serious issue. Like when you look at the amount of people that you know, bring their car somewhere they can't get a ride, it's like, well, the cab company's not going to pick me up. They drive drunk and kill some people. Like, that's blood on your hands. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, that's blood on your fucking hands, delaying ride sharing for so long. Like, if you make it more convenient for people, you're going to have less accidents like that on the road, you know? And I shouldn't have to be wandering around in the fucking rain drunk for an hour in one of the shittiest neighborhoods trying to get a cab when it's just like, all I want to do is go home. Like, we should have that service where I can go home. But like the transit was, you know, the SkyTrain was cut off at that point. Like, I think there were night buses or something, but it was just like, oh fuck, it was so annoying.
Do you guys have like special services during the holiday times? Like they
I don't
can pick
know.
you up when you're drunk, because I know Montreal does.
I think they have something like that.
Yeah, with that's usually
on like New Year's and stuff. I think they have stuff like that.
Yeah, they got over here they call Opération Nez Rouge, which is Operation Red Nose. It's raining.
funny.
You're drunk.
Anyway, I got to wrap this up. Any final questions or comments?
Nope. Thank you for your time.
No,
Just definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, just a random observation.
Just what? Sorry?
Just a random observation. Is 2017 going to be the first year that Michael Haneke didn't make your favorite movie?
I forget what else. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to consider all the films in that year, but I really loved it. Yeah, that might be something. And I mean, like, Funny Games wasn't my favorite movie of 2008. So, Synecdoche, New York was, obviously. Funny Games gets better every time I see it. I love that movie, but yeah, I mean, it depends, I guess. I don't know.
Well, join us next time as we discuss Time Cube.
Oh yeah, Phantom Thread's my favorite movie of 2017, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, so I guess it's not. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'll update with the next month's Patreon date. It'll be a Saturday at 1 p.m. most likely. Just check the main Patreon page and just see where the perk is listed, and you'll see the new date. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this. Thank you for
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adam.
Peace out, everybody.
Have a good day.
Problem. Thank you so much.
And nice holidays to everyone. Good holidays to everyone.
Bye bye.